pain, suffering, death, I feel. Something terrible has happened. Summerslam fucking sucked. Hello everybody, welcome to the weekly Steelchair. As you can see, I've done a little rendition of a famous Yoda quote and made a little spin on it. But welcome back to the weekly Steelchair, where as you can see, we've got a lot to do tonight. So, what's happening everybody? And obviously Catherine's in the chat. Anyone else who wants to join us, you're more than welcome. The link's in the chat as well. I'll pin it for y'all, but how are we doing, Catherine?
Good, how are you?
I'm not so bad. I'm not so bad. SummerSlam was dreadful, guys. I'm not even going to stand by on that. I will say, though, I'm an honest person. I'm a fair person. There were some things I did like. I won't lie. But the overall
When it
show...
was over?
Yeah, but the whole show I genuinely thought was awful. I can't lie. But, anyhow. We're going to see how
I
that
will
goes.
say they gave me proof on why my stance on women wrestling is correct.
It's never going to end with you when it comes to women's wrestling, isn't it?
Not in North America. I like women's stardom. I can sit down and watch a whole match and not complain about that.
Reasonable. Very reasonable. I suppose we should get into the main proceedings before we start tonight. Oh, I know you do. That's because I had to tell you. Like, I had to tell you in advance. But this is, obviously, guys, if you haven't seen her before, this is Catherine. She's certainly going to make some pain on it, but yeah, I think you'll realize when the chat starts to build up a bit, I think you will notice exactly who is muted on the channel. And I'm saying it now, I am not changing that decision. Before anyone asks, it's absolutely over. Zodiac, don't worry, we're going to get into that because that is one of the worst moments of SummerSlam for me. Like, that for me proper fucking insulted me as a fan. Like, but we're going to get to that, so I may as well say now. We did have an outright winner on the prediction stream. And when I say an outright winner, I mean seriously, there was an outright winner. However, I have overruled the decision. I have overruled them, and I therefore went looking for second place. Second place, however, was a draw. Therefore, the championship will remain with the good, smart man that he is. So, Zodiac, your one and only draw, your one and only champion's advantage has now been used. So if your intention is to get to Wrestle Dream's Still Predictions champion, you better hope the end of August, and you better hope that September is good to you, and the start of August as well, October. If not, then it's definitely not going your way. So, Zodiac didn't draw with anybody. Zodiac actually had the worst performance out of everybody on night 2. Roy Sheen, it's okay. Zodiac only achieved, and I'll say it now so everyone knows, Zodiac only achieved one correct score on Sunday night. Sunday night is the only one. Now, the top scorers were with 8 points. Billy, you didn't get screwed. You got reminded of your place, which is not winning. So, this is how it's going to go. The top scoring individuals were Billy and Bleach Fan. You both scored 8 out of 12 on the prediction stream. to make it crystal clear, it was Billy and Bleach fan. You both scored 8 out of 12. On the other hand, just to confirm, I don't believe you came last. No. Just checking. And even if you did, who cares? Billy, I told you that does not impact the result at all. Nope, Roisin, you did not come last. You can predict Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank all you want. It's not being added to the result. Because if you look at it again, and it's plain and simple, the match physically ended. If he had cashed in during the match, if he had cashed in during the main event, not after, I would have given you and Keen the bonus points. I would have given a bonus point. Billy, you can try the pedantics all you want. It's my rules. And I made the rules. It was an entirely different match. Therefore, that's how it is. Yeah, sure. Roy Sheen, I'll gladly confirm. You scored... You scored 5. You scored 5, which is not bad. You actually had the same score as Fernando. Not that anyone wants to get belittled on their scores, but you actually got the same score as Fernando. You actually as well got the same score as me. Abu did not come last, actually. Abu tied with me as well. Who actually did come last? I don't think anybody got less than 5. Fernando, you scored 5. Keen, you got... You got 5 as well. Did anyone else get less than 5, actually? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. No, never mind. Absolutely, that's exactly how it works. How many ties were there overall? At least 6. There's a lot of ties for scores here. Did anyone actually have a horrible night 1 as well? Night 2? Actually, Catherine, you also had a honking night 2. You only scored 1 correct as well, which was Solo Sikoa in the steel cage. Probably because you were looking at Hangman Can and thinking, what can I do on a cage? And I don't want to know what you would do at Hangman Cage. Let's see. Who else had a horrible... Nope. That is the lowest score. Yep. Alright. Let's throw it to the chat then. I'm not throwing jabs. I'm just playing the game. Now, how does that game go? Oh, that's it. I'm only messing, you know that. Anyway, you know what, let's actually... Alright then. Billy, don't start, because somebody actually did the Money in the Bank cash-in recently, and I overruled them last year as well. If you actually go back last year, If you go back last year, both Money in the Bank cash-ins, I didn't say. Here we go. Here we go. Maybe I should make a fair rule. Oh, but that means I have to be nice to fucking Billy. All he does is cry. What's up, Mo? Should I do I be nice? Which is rare. Or do I still maintain diplomacy of a dictatorship? To be fair, Billy, even if you were given the bonus point... Wait a minute. Oh. 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 Oh, okay. Uh-oh, I've just realized that I've made a mistake. Yep. I have, Billy. That is right. I've just noticed that right now. If I was to give Billy the bonus point, he would tie. I agree with that, Josiah. So, alright then. Are you sure, Billy? Because if you tie this, then that means Zodiac retains, and then Zodiac cannot draw in any other event. I'm only noticing this now. This is pure vindication. This is entertainment for me. Bleach, you scored 8. Yeah, that's true, Josiah. He's picking violence. Go on then. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna throw it in there then. Good then. By that means the Money in the Bank has no effect on you anymore. Roy Sheen predictions are just a laugh. That's why Billy always cries. Because he never wins. And he always tries to get very defensive. Like Catherine. I'm only kidding. Jeez. You just want fairness. Well, I just offered you fairness and you just said no. I made a mistake. At least I can admit it. Now you're saying you want fairness. I'm offering you fairness. Oh, God almighty. That was, what, 2 years ago? Who cares? Alright. Billy plus crying equals sore loser. Basically, Roy Sheen. Alright, Billy, you've got one chance. You've got one chance now. Either you use the Money in the Bank cash in. Oh yeah, we've got a running total. Okay. Alright, I will give one exactly for you based on relevance of timeline. Hold on. I have something just for you. There you go. Billy has screwed. Billy has therefore screwed the man. And therefore Zodiac will remain champion. Job done. Alright, let's get into this, Catherine. How do you want to start this? Or actually, first of all, May as well ask the obvious question. How are you feeling after 2 nights of SummerSlam?
Sleepy, because it was boring as hell. And I'm vindicated because women's wrestling still sucks.
Guys, can we get a thumbs down in the chat for Catherine hating on women?
Just North American women wrestling. I told you I like Japanese women wrestling.
You do, but we still have to have you. We still have to have you crucified.
Well, they should do better.
Josiah straight in with 4 thumbs down. He's not gave you a Meltzer. He's not gave you 5-star thumbs down. Oh, here we go. Roy Sheen's in on this one. We know Zodiac. We're just taking a mic. Japanese women are superior, 100%. She still she still hates Thunder Rosa, Mo. She really hates Thunder Rosa.
Okay, so evidently this volcano just erupted in Russia. It has not erupted in 475 years, and it just erupted because of the earthquake. So if someone would kindly go drop her in that, I would be happy.
Catherine!
And she could take Hangman with her.
Damn it, Catherine.
Yes, and I like British women wrestling. The women in progress are very good. I liked Nina Samuels until she got injured, so we'll have to see how she does when she comes back.
Exactly. Catherine is that is sin bin worthy. Yeah, what does she do to you? But before we get that answer, there's one way to explain my pain listening to Catherine the way that she's brutally described this, and it goes like this.
Oh God.
Catherine, I'm going to give you a larger screen size, so I'm going to let you explain this. Oh, hold on. It's done the wrong side. Hold on. There we go. Catherine, please explain why you hate Thunder Rosa that much.
Because she's a sandbag cunt? Gut feeling.
One second, ladies and gentlemen.
You asked. Don't ask if you don't want the truth, Reese. That's all I can say.
No, I absolutely appreciate the straight response. All I'm gonna say is, wow. But that's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna say one person's opinion doesn't really matter, or one person's opinion does reflect. Except Vince McMahon's, Rosenberg's, Triple H,
Ariel Helwani,
that cunt too, Britt Baker, Carlos Silva, Stephanie McMahon, JD from some city. They all don't matter. Because, Jesus Christ. Catherine, you really chose a nuclear bomb. Oh yeah, and Bully Ray and his biatch crew.
Dave LaGreca.
Christ, Zodiac. Oh, what a comment. Josiah,
that could be her new name. Instead of me calling her Cunta Rosa, I can call her Click Kicker Rosa.
No, but that's for Britt Baker.
No, I like Britt Baker.
No one likes Britt Baker.
No, I'm just kidding. She's an annoying fuck too.
Yeah. Crazy enough, this actually does make a lot of sense. This was brought up as well on Covalent TV last night as well, and Josiah's bringing it up as well. Obviously, shouting their guys out. They're dope. Obviously, my Japanese co-host Josiah, Japanese content. But this whole thing about Daniel Cormier is another one. Like, it's actually very true. Like, the circumstances about what he said actually really does stand out. Like, what more can you say, really? Like, and that's somebody who's high up in that organization. It's almost as if his mind doesn't really matter.
Well, when it comes to UFC, the only person that matters is Dana White. We all know that. Dana's going to do what Dana wants to do.
Oh, for sure. Mo, that's an excellent question. And I think we already know what the answer is.
I wonder what TKO has to say about what the return.
I think they already know.
Their legal team cleared him. That's why he came back.
That was confirmed by Dave Meltzer as well, but not that it really matters, but he was actually one of the first people to report this, and then obviously it was added by further people, so it really has become a bit of an awkward situation. I mean, I'm going to just say right now,
and Triple H confirmed that Cena wanted him
asked
back.
for it. Yeah.
And so, do you not think Cena told Triple H, if I don't get this, then I'll just walk out and fuck the rest of my retirement and all that merch money y'all gonna lose?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he would, because I think the one thing he's still getting out of this is he's still getting the money out of it. I feel like, well, if he does that, they wouldn't pay him. I feel like money's another big factor. I don't know, like.
And also, people need to realize Brock Lesnar is not the one being sued. That's Vince McMahon and WWE. His name just appears in the lawsuit. So technically, he was never in trouble.
We need to see what is. This is why I've had a few people come back to me in the right responses, and obviously I've responded my own opinion. I'm reserving any, like, judgment on the situation, because plain and simple, all I know is he's been named. I know a lot of people are not happy about.
In the.
It was when it was reissued
the
statement,
lawsuit, but he's not the physical one they're suing.
Yeah.
However, I mean, she could change her mind and have her lawyers file a new suit and decide to sue him.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see exactly what does come up for it, because quite frankly, I know a lot of people are angry. I'm just staying out of it because, again, I've not paid a lot of attention to the lawsuit. I just know that obviously Johnny Ace has obviously been exempt because obviously he's snitched on Vince. Vince obviously is the main focus, but the reality of it is I still think it's a bad call. I
think Laurinaitis is going to turn up like Jeffrey Epstein, though, for snitching on Vince.
No, of course he will. Of course he will. I still think, regardless of bringing him back or not, I still think it was the wrong decision anyway, because it's still very recent. Like, it's still very recent in people's heads.
Well, like, either I posted it to Mo or I posted it to Covalent, and I said, I'm a Brock fan, and even I don't think he should have been brought back until all of this was cleared. But public perception is a lot worse than being found guilty in the court of law.
Hell yeah. I'll say this as well.
And if WWE is so big on their image, why would you bring somebody back that you know, unless you just know?
Exactly.
Why would you bring him back unless you just want to have to deal with the bullshit? And it gets people talking about your product, which I think it's the latter. They wanted people talking.
Another thing as well that really does stand out, and this is another thing as well, the part that doesn't help though, and this is where I think there's a lack of maturity from upper management in WWE. There is no reason, in my opinion, this is the part that really annoys me the most. It's not about he's returned. It's not about they've decided to bring him back at one of their main pay-per-views of the year. The part that really fucking annoys me is deciding we're not going to hold a post-match press conference. Well, post-event press conference. Why not just actually have the press conference and let the people actually know what they're talking about? Do the damn thing. It's not hard.
Well, there was
Like
a
they've
report that
got
come out earlier that said that the
they've got
media
media training.
didn't know that there was not going to be a presser until they picked up their press passes on Friday.
They still should be doing it. The fact that they've not done it for an event like SummerSlam really shows to me a lot of naivety and a little bit of a fear just to answer questions. I think they should have done it just to clear the elephant in the room. Like Triple H is always constantly in the freaking limelight anyway because he loves to steal the spotlight. Just
Not
answer
according to him, he don't like the spotlight.
Just go in there and answer the question. If it's just him, just do it. Like, or better yet, have someone like the aerial guy that owns TKO. Let him do it. He is the actual head, or Nick Khan. You know, it is Triple H's boss. It actually makes more sense. I'm not saying you should care, Billy. I'm not saying that. I don't particularly care about them either. What I'm saying is, if you're committed to them, don't just stop for one just because you brought someone back that's considered controversial. You know what I mean? Like that. That to me is the point. They shouldn't be stopping it. They should have just had someone higher up just discuss the situation and then shut it down. It's not hard. They're going to get backlash from it anyway. People are still pissed off anyway. And it was nearly 24 hours ago. So just answer the questions. What harm is it going to do? Well, actually, never mind. This is WWE. They'll just run. But, like, you've got people in there who would just ask questions. Just asking, okay, why is he back? Why now? It was 18 months ago that he was named in the lawsuit. Why would you bring him back now? What evidence have you got? Or what indications do you have? What's up, Maria? Good to see you. It's things like that. Obviously, I don't work in the legal department. I don't work in legal proceedings. So I'm not going to ask legal questions. But I would like to just hear someone just say, this is the concrete reason. And then you just go and do what they always do, which is say, oh, this was actually a great event and we made these sales. You know that? Yeah, Maria, spot on. Spot on. Maria's like, no news comments. Exactly. It is a coward move. And that is true. He really can't differentiate. But Nick Khan is there. He is Triple H's boss. I mean, he can sit there and wipe his arse for him if he wants. Like, every time he shits the bed, he can just clean it for him. But what about you? Do you think it's a coward move, or do you think it was the right call? What do you think?
If they were going to bring him back, they had to know that they would get questions, which is why they decided not to have a conference.
Yeah.
Has WWE ever been honest on anything? And they scan their media, so do you really think the media would have been able to ask an honest question unless you snuck it in and risk losing your press credentials, which no compromised media is going to do?
Absolutely. Zodiac's trend, they're saying, therefore it's a coward move. Exactly. Spike even more controversy. It's actually a fair statement to say by Bleach, but it's the reality of it that you're making such a statement. It's the effect that comes with it.
Or even if you didn't want to have a press conference, have Ari Emanuel send out a tweet saying, this is why Brock was brought back, blah, 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 blah. Our legal team cleared him, and then be what it may.
Yeah, I would absolutely understand that. Because it raised other questions, like who's next? Not Goldberg, because that guy will be obviously clutching at breaths and stuff, but the actual circumstances, who is next? What is next to follow? Because the way it's going, it's an odd political game. It's an odd struggle. And I think we're at a situation, I
kind of agree with Bleach. He says, I think WWE did this to spike even more controversy. And I will say why I think they did that is because of all the hype surrounding AEW after they're all in.
Yeah. The weird thing as well is,
and going into Forbidden Door, AEW is kind of on a roll right now.
Do you remember I brought it recently because Billy mentioned it to me, but I also saw it as well. Recently, there was something from WWE saying they've signed it says they've re-signed a former world champion. I feel like they've used one company's name as a smokescreen the post specifically said they've re-signed a former AEW World Champion to debut at SummerSlam. And it feels weird that they've used that as a let's get people's eyes on that so they won't think about who could come back in. And next thing you know, actually we brought back one of our former world champions. It's suspicious behavior.
WWE, if their product was so hot, then why was all their talent talking about AEW leading up to SummerSlam instead of promoting SummerSlam?
I wish they did, because at least some people could have done it. Like, the only person I actually saw promote SummerSlam heavy was Chelsea Green.
Who wasn't even on the card.
Heavy. Yep. You promote shit, you get punished by the looks of it. Like, it's a reality. And to answer your question, Maria, no, because Billy chose to be nice. If Billy hadn't been nice, then there would have been a new champion. So I kind of respect Billy for that. What's even more interesting as well, and then obviously then we're going to start with SummerSlam, obviously. The situation that followed is we don't know when Brock's next appearance is going to be. Cena's not on any show until Friday. He's on the next three. She's on the next three SmackDowns. Then he's at Clash. I don't necessarily think we're going to see Brock on any of those SmackDowns. I think he's only going to be on the Netflix shows, and Cena's not on a Netflix for, 2 months? I believe he's not on a... I believe the next time Cena is advertised for Raw is the Raw before Survivor Series. That's the next time he's advertised for Monday Night Raw. Make that make sense.
They basically just wanted a shock and awe moment. So they're like, oh, let's bring back a controversial figure and Brock Lesnar. And I get it's Cena's retirement. And he does have some pull on who he wants to wrestle. The same thing with AEW. I honestly do not think AEW would have brought in Ric Flair if Sting had not requested it.
Oh, yeah. If
or
someone's
asked
asking
for it.
like that.
And that's kind of how I feel toward the Brock Cena issue. I do not think they would have brought Brock in if Cena had not asked for him.
Yeah. I think only certain people get that level of request if it's Brock Lesnar. Like, top of my head, 100% Cena's number one, and number two is Roman Reigns. If Roman Reigns asked for one more match with Brock Lesnar, they would have brought him in. Or if Gunther had asked, I think Gunther's got into that stature. Maybe CM Punk. I think maybe the four are the only ones. I don't think Seth Rollins has that pull. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Seth Rollins does not have an impact. I'm just saying I don't think he's got as big a pull compared to the other four in terms of getting that request with Lesnar.
He don't, but I think his friendship with Triple H could get him what he wanted.
Potentially. To answer Bleach's question, she was on one of the posters, Bianca Belair. That's why I've maintained some of that design onto this. And then I've just designed it slightly better than what WWE actually gave us. I've made a better version. I actually did do two. Because the preview, I actually had Cena in red for one half of the New Jersey colours. And then the second half of the review, I've changed it to blue. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But then again, he was in the chat earlier on. I actually called on Nick's channel, and Catherine will back me up. On Friday night, I said Brock Lesnar would be back in WWE very, very soon. And it was a tongue-in-cheek.
It was because they still had all his merch up.
It was tongue-in-cheek.
They had put his merch back up.
Yeah, it was a tongue-in-cheek prediction, though. But I did predict that Brock Lesnar would be back by year's end. And then he appears 2 days later. Again, it was just luck. Some, not a lot, I think. But yeah. Heyman, Yeah, her broken finger was unfortunate. That's just reality. But, yeah.
Which now explains the lame heel turn we got Friday night from Cena going back babyface.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
there was no way they could bring Brock in as a babyface.
Oh,
Brock
there's
doesn't
no
work as a
way.
babyface, period.
There's no way that you could have Brock Lesnar work babyface in this circumstance. It would be a complete failure. Because instantly the crowd are going to react. No, Mo, I completely understand your point of view, mate. I completely understand. Like, if anything, this is what I'm saying. Like, the situation really doesn't help. But it's also going to, we'll see exactly how. I think the one thing that's going to be very interesting is morale. Not fan morale, but actually in-house locker room morale. That's going to tell a different story. Because somewhere it's going to get leaked. Like, it's going to get released. Yes. But we're just discussing something far more prominent at the moment. We're just about to start, though. I wonder if Triple H enjoyed doing that to Punk, having him win the... Yes, we're going to get to that. And even funnier is... I actually had it, because there was something that you especially sent me, Catherine, that was absolutely hilarious. And I'm just going to add it on here, so we can all start laughing, and then we'll crack on. Oh, Abel's come to join us. What's up, Abel? What's happening, brother?
Good evening, but my holy disciples. How are you?
Just keep the Bluetooth to a minimum.
I'm good, man. How are you guys? Hey, Catherine.
Hello, Abu.
I will do my best. I can't guarantee anything.
Can't do your best. I agree. Guys, if you want to come jump in, come and jump in. The link is in the chat. You're more than welcome. I'm just looking for something that really is bloody funny. That's it. Just for reside at the highest levels of wrestling discourse. I'm a student of the game, that's all I'm going to tell you. Wait, what am I... Oh yeah, I need to hit this.
I'm just gonna check my audio because it repeated this twice. You said.
That is correct, Bleach. He has held 4 different WWE titles. Like that is correct. He has held 4 different versions of the title since 2014. Sorry, since in 25 years, but yeah. But since 2014 in general, he's actually held 3 separate versions, which is mental and annoying. But yeah, that's entertainment we can keep. CM Fragile got more than fragile fingers at that point. If you actually look at it, he's held the Undisputed title version, that one in the current. He's held the Shitty Spinner title, the Rock's title, and then the one that Brock introduced in 2014 when they put both together. Sorry, not 2014. So yeah, 5, sorry. Yeah, Josiah, thanks for reminding me, yeah. To be fair, no, actually 6. If you include custom, actually no, it could be 7 because he held the Miz's custom version and he held the rated R version, or we just count that as 1. Yep, that was seen. He's trying to say, "Oh, you guys want Brock? You got Brock." I'm like, mate, that's not what people are chanting. I can tell you, he's one. I actually think he is one of. I think he's one of 2 or 3 people that are going to leave very soon. The next one is LA Knight. Because there's stuff coming out there, apparently LA Knight is unhappy about his creative situation right now. Like he's not happy. I mean, not getting on like I'm not like I'm. Yeah, that's better. Like I'm not like I like LA Knight, but I'm not gonna say like I'm an absolute massive LA Knight fan, you know. But I do like the guy. I've got nothing against him at all. But he is, for some reason, they're happy to get all their merch sellers on show, but you actually didn't have him on the show, which makes no sense. It's really poor.
Yeah, no, it's a really stupid call to have an LA Knight.
Yeah, in more ways than one.
He's one of your most popular guys. He gets like not a lot of fans. Yet you don't put him on the show.
Ooh.
Yeah,
To
I
be
seen
fair,
that video.
I
I seen
did.
that video.
I did suspect that he was leaving.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I did suspect that he would leave, and I did say to people on the preview show that were trying to tell me, "Oh, he's going to win this match and he's going to get a big push." I'm sorry, but I told you guys at the end of Saturday night's main event. I said to you guys at the end of Saturday night's main event, Karrion Kross is not staying in WWE. And it's
I do agree with what Billy said here, because if you see the match at the end, he did say thank you to Sammy for giving him the match.
There was a lot of that whole thanking thing at the weekend. A lot of people are like, it's a shame. For some, like, obviously everyone loses their job, but it's the way they go out. It's not great because they just shaft you in the worst way. Man, he'll leave.
Yeah, he's not
There will likely be another set of releases coming up, and I expect him and Scarlett to be 1 and 2. I think getting rid of Scarlett's actually a bad idea because Scarlett actually is an attraction, and I'm not saying that from a looks perspective. I actually mean from a perspective. She's actually a very good piece of a puzzle when you put her into segments. She actually does draw a good reaction from the crowd. I feel like it's a bad call.
The funny thing is, she can actually wrestle. Majority of a lot of people don't realize.
Yes, she can, and they don't allow her to wrestle, which makes no sense.
Which is funny. They'll put B-Fab in the ring, but they won't put Scarlett in the ring.
Yeah, I don't understand that because Scarlett Bordeaux is literally one of the best women's wrestlers in North America. Nobody's gonna think that, but it's true. And if you don't believe it, go and look. Like, this woman is really good.
YouTube it does.
Oh, it's not just about women that she's good at wrestling. She's had very good intergender wrestling. Like, she's one of the very few who actually went and took on somebody who's like 260-pound men. And I'm like, fuck. You could tell Scarlett wasn't arsed. No. I think she was mentally checked out. I think she's like, all right, I'm done.
Do you blame her?
No. I don't blame any of them. Josiah, like Seth cashing in on Punk was bad enough, but just the ramifications that it could have had for someone like LA Knight or Penta who had been feuding with the Seth Riders before SummerSlam. Or even could have said, yeah. I think that's another thing. Oh, WWE have pulled a swerve again. It's the Heist of the Century Part 2, all that bollocks. I'm sorry, but I would rather see talent actually try and work hard for a living to actually get rewarded and be on these shows, even if they're not great. Rather than you're forcing a kayfabe issue, well, in an attempt at kayfabe, just to keep them off. And Josiah, spot on. That is spot on. It can't be a ruse if nobody fell for it. But hey, remember, if it helps, if it does help Josiah, Montez is dead.
Oh God, we spoke about that the other night. Oh,
I burst out laughing. No, I don't think she does. I think she'll stay.
It was so cringe
Yep.
how he said it.
Yep, Mo, 100%. The Lucha Bros are absolutely ruined, mate. Same as Motor City Machine Guns. If you can't
They
even...
signed on the dotted line, they get what they deserve.
And you know what the funny thing is, Mo? Reece even said that.
Oh, I said it the minute they joined.
Yeah.
Like, I hate the fact that they've... I'm a big Machine Guns fan. If any talent goes to a company, obviously I want them to do well. Even if the situation may not be the best for them, either in their heads or my own as a fan, I still want the talent to do well. And when it goes shit like that, it's ridiculous. I had a gut feeling from the minute they signed it was not going to work. And they are a team that thrive on matches like ladder matches, or as TNA would call it, a Full Metal Mayhem match, which is a TLC match in a TNA standpoint, or Ultimate X matches that involves all that. And you actually have a tag team that nobody fucking wants to win the tag titles. If you're not going to have the Guns win, why not give the titles to Fraxium? Why not give the titles to the Street Profits? And then you run an angle with the Profits and the Machine Guns. It's logic that these wankers don't have. Yeah, and they're fucking idiots. Like, they're idiots. Like, all this was finished. Bobby Roode wasn't. I mean, I would like to see the Motorcycle Machine Guns actually produce matches at some point. Don't care where. I'm alright with that. But they don't need to do it right now. They don't need to rush to that situation. I think that for me is they're rushing to it rather than enjoying what's out there before then going, actually, we want to go and produce matches. Yeah, Roode was finished, I agree, in some extent, but he wasn't at the time. He's now, unfortunately, done and buried. But yeah, so we may as well get Catherine's point of view on something, because obviously we are going to start reviewing SummerSlam. If anyone would like to join, please do come along. Please do come and join us. Please do like, share, and subscribe. No, Aldous is finished. Aldous is deaf. He is finished in the ring. Like, even if he has, like, say, one appearance at SummerSlam, Survivor Series or anything like that, he is done. You'll see why. I know, mate. I know. You're spot on, Mo. But we are obviously, guys, give your opinions in the chat as well for each match as we go along. Your moments you thought you enjoyed. Obviously, some of these matches made me nearly want to vomit. But we're going to do our best to be fair.
We'll be fair on the chat, but you don't want to see our group chat because we had some wonderful conversations.
Oh, I went way too far. Oh, thanks very much, Trigger. Trigger. That is actually really funny. Because I'm thinking of I'm thinking of the Beyblade character, Trigger. I'm thinking of that now. So thanks for subscribing. Although that is one hilarious profile pic. Yep, that's what they are now, Bleach. That's what they are. Preliminary thoughts on night one before we get into night one. What were you thinking, Catherine? You first. What are you thinking?
It was boring as hell. There was nothing to really hold your interest in any of those matches.
No, I'm the same, mate. I tried. I really did try. And I'll tell you how fair I was trying to be. And Abby will back me up. I was trying to be very fair when it comes to the Becky Hogan and the Talking Chipmunk match.
He was.
That's how fair I tried to be. But all I'm going to say is when we get to the main event of night 2, you're going to see how angry I really am. It's sitting in here. Like, it's sitting in here waiting for night 2 main event. Because
guys,
I'm going
to remind Reece. Please remind him to make sure he has a drink before he gets angry.
No, I think the exact words are, I'm going to say is, hypocrites are about to be called out tonight. I'm going to call out a lot of fucking hypocrites tonight. But let's begin with something very important, which is losing faith in your WWE Women's Champion and her #1 challenger. Now, we know what Catherine's opinion is on women's wrestling in North America. But, Abu, what was your thoughts on Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton?
I think personally they've lost faith in Jade Cargill. I don't think they see as like one of the top women wrestlers in that brand. So you know what? They just thought, bugger off, not giving it to you. Let Tiffany win. And the way Tiffany won, though, I'm like, are you taking the piss?
Mm.
Are you genuinely taking the piss? Because you make Jade Cargill look like an absolute monster for the past few months. She beats Asuka for the King Queen of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
She literally tortures Nia Jax, and then she has a match with Tiffany, and then she loses clean.
Yeah.
Someone explain it to me, please. I mean, how?
No, I agree. Catherine, anything else you want to add to that besides, instead of saying, oh, just women's wrestling sucks?
Say what you want, Catherine.
No, I like when Catherine gets violent on it, to be fair.
Evidently, there was a report that come out that said after SummerSlam, WWE is pretty much giving up on Cargill. So if there's a round of cuts, I would not be surprised seeing her name in it.
Yeah.
She has been in wrestling for 5 years. For 3 of those years, she was in AEW, where at least, a year and a half to 2 years, she was trained by Bryan Danielson.
She was doing squash matches, and she was doing squash matches to protect her.
Yeah, and they sent her to the PC to get training, and still there's no improvement in the ring. Either she really doesn't care about wrestling, or she's not taking it seriously, and she just used them to try to get to Hollywood, which seems like that didn't work out. But you had her beat Asuka, and I like Asuka.
Oh yeah, same here. I love Asuka.
I love
Asuka. And then you had Tiffany Stratton, who is still green in the ring, but you can see some improvement from her NXT days until her main roster. She has improved some.
I'm still hazy, of course, on something that I did say. Guys, I just want to confirm, if anyone's asking why we're starting with the women's title match, I'm not going by the stupid order that they did. I'm going by the order we actually took the predictions. So we're going to go through all these cunts first and then get to the main event. So just to confirm, if anyone wants to know, this match went 7 minutes and 5 seconds. I'll say this one more time. This is the main event for the women on SmackDown, and it went 7 minutes, 5 seconds. Catherine, do continue.
But Tiffany has improved, so I can see them why they're pushing Tiffany. But also, you have to realize this is WWE.
Yeah.
And I will leave it at that. And if you know, you know.
Yeah, hands down. I mean, Robert straight in. Lesnar's a lowlife. Tell us how you really feel. Just kidding. Straight to the point. Here's the funny thing. See all the people that says the Performance Center is world class, or it's a world class facility.
It's a world class facility if you want to tear your ACL.
That's what I was going to get to. The reality is that's the circumstance you've got, and it has completely backfired in the worst way, and we're seeing nothing from it. Now, I obviously said on our prediction show that I'm picking Tiffany Stratton purely. The two of them can't lead a match for shit because they do not have that experience at all to lead a match. So I'm going by the lesser of two evils to just get the result. That's why I actually went for Tiffany Stratton, because I feel like they're just going to have her retain. I don't think they've got any faith in Jade Cargill whatsoever.
But then you have to ask the question, what's next for Tiffany? If Bianca's not clear.
I think we're going to get another Jade Cargill match. I feel like they're going to give her a rematch in Paris. And not gonna say anything else, but I'm not sure that's a smart move. Like, I think it would be a bad call. Jason, I don't think AEW would touch Jade Cargill again with a barge pole. I think they'd be like, no, especially after the comments she said in that press conference as well, which was totally unnecessary. Like several months ago, like the comment she said that I just want to put all that behind me because my whole point was getting here. Well, you wouldn't be there if they actually gave you a chance. So I feel like that sort of thing doesn't sit right. I think they'll not forget that, but I look in general and I'm thinking this match needed somebody else in there. Even if you want to have the focus point being Jade and Tiffany Stratton, that's fine with me. That's
Then you
fine.
could have thrown somebody in there like a Natty who instead was at Bloodsport kicking ass.
Yep.
But you could have thrown her in there to manage the match.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would love this. Bleach, everyone knows I'm a big fan of Chelsea Green. Because Chelsea's the most authentic character and overall wrestler, in my opinion, on SmackDown. But she's not getting it, especially because they're the same roles. And they'll have her lose the embarrassing way that doesn't work. I think it's a bad call. I'm not saying a bad call isn't a bad suggestion, but it's a bad call that they won't do it. Sorry, Abel, on you go.
No, I said I don't mind seeing Chelsea Green have a shot at Tiffany.
I think, I don't think it's going to be Charlotte Flair. I'll say that with confidence. I don't think it's going to be Charlotte Flair because obviously she's now a tag team champion. But I feel like when you look at SmackDown,
But then they do have the
draft. That is true. They could put Tiffany Stratton on Raw, but then does that mean you have Naomi go straight back to SmackDown? That would be pointless. Like that for me.
Her husband's on SmackDown, so I could see them putting Naomi on SmackDown.
He's moving to Raw in the draft apparently. Jimmy Uso is actually going to trade with Jey Uso. There is links and reports about this.
But I think Raw needs Naomi.
So do I. I agree with that. I actually think if you're smart, you put the WWE Women's title on Raw. If you're putting Naomi back on SmackDown, then you need to have someone else go over with at the same time. Rhea's got to SmackDown potentially. What else has she got to do on Raw? I mean, she is hot. Like she is pretty much taking up a lot of Raw TV time, and it's not working.
I mean, what's she gonna do on SmackDown either? I mean, she's done hit her ceiling. She needs to leave the company.
It's a possibility. Very little. The only thing that she's improved on is the fact that she now calls herself a storm has arrived, and as far as I can see, I don't see anything special out of her. Nothing. Nah, she's not going to SmackDown. They're not going to have Stephanie Vaquer, Julia, and eventually Jordan Grace on SmackDown. They're not going to have all three on the same brand, in my opinion.
They will cook if they were the same brand. They will cook.
No, the reason why they won't do it is because they'll struggle to pick one over the other. I think they can have two, but I don't think they can have all three. No. We're all in complete agreement. No. And I'll tell you why when we get to it. But for now, meh. You know what's even worse? Just out of context, I may as well just say it now. The world title match went 30 minutes, 20 seconds, right? Guess how long the finisher fest went on Sunday night?
I'd probably say around 20-25 minutes.
37 minutes, 45 seconds. And they both looked gassed after 20. One person in particular looked extremely gassed after 20 minutes. Neither of them are particularly good for me. Yeah, 37 minutes for a finisher fest, and I've got a bad stat for all of you. And I actually put a Twitter thread up for this last night that really annoyed me. But there's actually an even worse statistic than 37 minutes, 45 seconds, and I'm going to reveal it after this. Let's see. She went outside and put with no jacket on. She really did. Didn't she not get fired? Isn't she not the chick that's now in TNA? Or is that the other one?
No, that's the other one. They kept Lash.
Who's the one that I said should go back to Hooters? Was that Lash Legend or was that Jakara Jackson? I can't remember.
Jakara Jackson is the one that got canned.
Oh, fair enough then. I can't remember which one I said. I don't know, Mo. That's honestly, Mo. That's actually a very fair question. I don't know. It means you would have to trade Jade to Raw. I don't know. I actually do not know. That's what makes it worse. If we don't have a clue as fans, that's fine. Well, as wrestling fans, but I don't. If they don't have a clue, even worse as a promotion, then it makes it even worse. Overall agreement. We all hated that women's title match.
Yeah.
Perfect. You're a new fan of Lola Vice, says Jason Borges. Fair enough. I don't understand her, but obviously for many people, whoever floats your boat, I suppose. Rain, go away. Let's play another day. Yeah, she pretty much did. Up next, we have, because we're going in the order we did. This match went 17 minutes and 10 seconds. It's Jelly Bean and Randy Orton versus Logan Biatch and Drew McIntyre. Unless Mo gives us more accurate timings, that is what is listed here. 17 minutes, 10 seconds. And honestly, this should have been what we said it was. It should have been Randy Orton and either LA Knight and Penta versus the other two. And it didn't happen. Jelly to belly soup. That's actually quite funny. Mackenzie, hello there. Rhea and Io might team up and go after the women's tag titles. They need to take a break from the women's championship. Well, we know Rhea is definitely for the time being out of the world title scene because Vakur's already got the contendership. But we already know the minute that event ends, perf, she's going to Thanos snap and take the title back.
Well, once Vakur wins the title, it'll be her and Rhea. That's where they're going to make their money.
The funny thing is, I don't know if it is Vakur that wins.
I don't think Vakur's going to win. I think it's too early to go.
I say when she wins the title, they'll have Rhea. I don't think she's going to win at Paris, but eventually when they put the title on her, they will set her and Rhea up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if I think Vakur's winning the Rumble. I think Vakur is going to win the Rumble. And I think potentially following that.
Well, I'm liking how they're building Judy up though really slowly, like building up really slowly, like to become.
Get over here.
Oh, is that Brendan?
Yeah, he's got on a Man U shirt.
Tell him, like, bitch, I say hi.
Reece said, hey, bitch. However, this is the best shirt.
No, Catherine. I know you're my manager and I love you, but no.
Sorry, she's been muted. Just kidding.
I wore that just for your Hangman Con.
Oh, you mean this?
Yes.
I mean, we all know that you're taking the Hangman Driver. She's thinking about it. She's thinking about it. Guys, I'm
trying to be nice.
Guys, I think we've actually broke Catherine because she's actually thinking about it.
I'm trying to be nice and not insult you.
Sorry, I've heard it all before anyway.
Right, Cardi B made the right move not coming on that night too. I'm glad she
Cardi B got the funniest shafting I've ever seen from a host ever. Like, and Mo, 100%. Yeah, and I'll say it as well because I know obviously you're in here when you can, mate, but I'm the same when it comes to AEW. I hate seeing that AJ fat prick boom on AEW shows as well. I hate celebrities in wrestling. Let them have an opening segment, let them have a hosting situation, but not wrestle. It really pisses me off. I hate it. And Cardi B, I'm not a fan of Cardi B's music. I don't give a flying shit about her. But the way they had her speak about Welcome in SummerSlam, that looks so awkward. Like, that is the most awkward thing I've seen. Like, that's horrible. I don't know what you guys thought of it, though, but I felt cringe.
She looked very out of place.
Yeah. especially when she had to name people. Like, it's almost like she didn't believe that she was actually saying names. It was like, are they really called this? Like, it looks so awkward. I think that they should have just done both nights, even though I find her boring as well. They should have just had Stephanie McMahon do both nights. If she's there, just have her welcome people. Like Cardi B, just do like a big musical performance, because that's what they love to do anyway. Like, that would have made more sense for Cardi B, and that would have kept her way out of confusion. But nah, they fucked that up. Tommy Dreamer's just a prick. The Outrunners, Jesus. That's painful. Catherine would support that, though. God almighty, this match was painful to watch. It was horrible. So let's get into it. Orton and Jelly Bean. Like,
I'm just going to say no comment for the entire match. No comment.
That's very appropriate, but he was getting trained. Question is, who was training him? If it was Bill DeMott, then we know he's not training him to wrestle. He's training him to touch people, and we all know that Bill DeMott can't keep his hands to himself. But Catherine, what did you think of this match? Honestly, I hated it.
Well, first of all, tell me at the beginning of the match when Randy wanted to start the match, why the fuck is that fat fuck arguing with Randy Orton on who's gonna start the match? You
Very
do
true.
not argue with Randy Orton. If I was Randy Orton, I would have RKO'd his fat ass right there, kicked him out of the ring, and took them on by myself.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. That's what should have happened.
Then Randy's like, okay, whatever, dude. You go ahead. Then you get your ass kicked, and then Randy's got to come in and clean up your bullshit. My man Randy Orton is not there to clean up this fat pig's bullshit.
It's true.
I love the fact that in literally in 20 seconds, Catherine's called him a fat fuck at least 5 times.
That's my manager. You don't mess with my manager.
I mean, to be fair, I did say that he is basically a B-Tech rag and bone man, and I did take the mick out of Jelly Bean on the previous show. I said, you're only fat after all. You're only fat after all. Don't lose the weight on me. Don't lose the weight on me. You're only fat after all. Cody fans are fucking weird as fuck. Really
They're not
weird.
as bad as Liv fans.
RKO his ass and have gee.
I don't even like Riddle, and I would have been okay with that. I don't even like that Riddle, and I was pissed when they put Riddle with Randy Orton, but I would have been okay with that.
I actually would have enjoyed that.
Humpty Maria says Humpty Dumpty. In other words, he was a liability. Absolute smelly hole. That's jelly roll for you. Brilliant one.
And then you had security and medical staff helping that fat fuck up the ramp. And then he's like, oh, I'm okay. I'm going to go back. And do what? You can't wrestle. That would be like me getting in a ring. I can't wrestle.
We don't hate and criticize Cody for no reason. I hate Cody Rhodes for the fact that he deliberately ruined himself in a promotion that he helped start, where I actually wanted. I'm not a massive Cody Rhodes fan, but I wanted Cody Rhodes to beat Jericho for the world title because I wanted Jericho, Rhodes, Moxley to be the first 3 champions, because that actually in my head made sense, and then he deliberately fucked it, and I hated that. So, and also the fact that he kept overruling himself when he could have been a brilliant heel, where he just goes, actually, fuck the fact I'm not going to challenge for the world title. I declare I'm going to go for it. I've still not forgiven him for that. And I don't care if it's 6 years ago. Like, plain and simple, I still don't care. You mean several lanes? Several lanes, Mo. Because he takes up at least 3. Or is that only on planes? Catherine is definitely spitting hard facts, Roy Sheen. If you're going to have a celebrity, here's another thing as well that I don't understand. If you're going to have a celebrity in the match, right, and you're for a celebrity, you've got Drew McIntyre in the match, you've got Logan Paul. Why didn't they just use Bad Bunny? Who the fans actually like.
At least Bad Bunny can fucking wrestle.
Exactly.
And Bad Bunny actually has links with McIntyre and Logan Paul already. You didn't
Fernando, that's an insult to Jabba the Hutt. Don't be insulting Star Wars like that.
To be fair, he did call him Jobber the Hutt. So I'll let him off. It's just the reality of it. It's just the reality of it. I think it was a bad call. I think to be fair, I don't care about celebrities in the ring, but if you're going to have one that actually makes sense, someone that actually cares about the wrestling business, actually forced his way to actually try and get himself into a position to compete, just go for Bad Bunny. I don't hate Bad Bunny. I've got nothing against Bad Bunny. It makes more sense.
Logan Paul, but you
cannot
hell
no.
Logan Paul.
No, hell no.
You cannot deny that Logan Paul takes it seriously and is trying to get better in wrestling.
Even though he's an absolute dick. Yeah.
Exactly.
Give him credit for that. Give him credit.
Yeah. Although he needs to stop doing the buckshot lariat because he's going to end up injuring himself again. The way he moves doing that thing, it doesn't look
best one. He has the best buckshot lariat in wrestling. What are you talking
about? Nah. Eli Skipper still exists.
I knew that was coming. But he did have a good spot though when he did that frog splash on the table. I did like that shot.
Yeah, to be fair, he did get put through a table. I did say there's no way he was getting lifted through a table, but I won't argue he may have went through a table, and they put him through it. What I don't like as well is they did the stupid, the Kurt Angle or Steve Austin 2 drinks jumping through it. It's horrible. The Deathly Hallows is absolutely shite. I'm a Harry Potter fan, but there's no way I'm having Harry Potter over fucking Star Wars, especially because the first 2 films are dog shit, and the final 2 films are dog shit. Like, plain and simple.
I'm a big fan of both, but...
Fuck the final trilogy, though. The final trilogy is absolutely horrible. I won't deny that, though, as a Star Wars fan. I fucking hated the Disney trilogy because Disney sucks at everything. Yeah. So if you're a Disney fan, cry. I'm so glad that Jelly Roll lost. Yeah, I shouldn't have picked him. I'm annoyed.
Also, do you know that Jelly Roll is the first celebrity that has lost a match in WWE? Because normally they let the celebrities win.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But oh well, we were all shafted.
Well, he had to be a fat bastard to lose anyway. So
I'm surprised he isn't in a Austin Powers remake. But here's something that I absolutely regret.
Watching this match.
That too. But the regret I have is the mannerisms that they've actually went through. It doesn't make any sense. Roy Sheen, go and rest, go and relax, feel better, and we will absolutely see you again soon. That's a damn sure. We will be back in another day. Don't you worry. But go and rest up, go and relax, and hope you feel better soon.
Take care, Roy Sheen.
Randy Orton deserves better at SummerSlam. Yeah, I suppose. It was still a bad call. You know what's even worse? It's not the fact that he had a match, it's the fact that he got a front row seat on the second night as well. I'm like, what the fuck? He probably had 2 seats, but still. But everybody, bar one person, got this next match that we're going to do. It's the women's tag team titles. Because obviously one person thought it would be an absolute hilarious decision to pick the Judgment Day. Not naming names. But definitely not naming names.
Okay.
It was me. For some reason I was the only person that picked the Judgment Day. I really do not know why. No idea why. No, Jason, it does not. Now, apparently he weighs 299 pounds, Bleach, but I saw 499 pounds, and it was all his giant ass forehead with his Mickey Mouse tattoos. Anyway, the tag team match between, as everyone's calling it, Charlexa Cringe versus the Judgment Day, they went 13 minutes and 30 seconds. Your thoughts, hater of North American women's wrestling?
It was sloppy.
Care to add to that, or it's just sloppy is enough?
It's sloppy was enough.
Abu, you want to get it? I know how much you hate Charlotte Flair.
You know how much I hate Charlotte Flair, so I'm not going to bother commenting on it.
Yeah.
Now, to be honest, what Catherine said, it was sloppy. So most of the match. Not worth it.
I think they really didn't know what they were doing with this match, if you're being truly honest. Like, when you actually look at it, like, the only thing that added some suspense potentially was the inadvertent punch to the face. But that was a decent spot. But
They did almost to the end as well. She thought Charlotte was going to kick it.
They did rush shit with this. And I will say this, and this is a very important question. Why would you rush this match? This was less than 15 minutes. Like, why did they not get enough time to... Because I'm not a big fan of Charlotte Flair at all. I'm not even a fan. But she can go more than 15 minutes. Alexa Bliss, I know she's just returned, but she can go at least 15 minutes when she's not doing so much, but she can be in and around the ring. Roxanne Perez has got enough in the tank. The only one that's considerably a question is Raquel Rodriguez, because she's not been particularly great since she's come back due to ill health. I still think that she's very light in terms of like her movement in the ring. I'm very questionable about Raquel Rodriguez, but
what was her injury? Was it a back injury or?
It was more than that. She's had some sort of health condition as well, like because she looked like shit, and I don't mean that to sound insulting, but she looked like shit, and it's horrible. So basically, Bleach, you would be you would be Lois Griffin's brother. Because in Family Guy, Lois Griffin's brother literally choked fat people to death.
Yeah.
So that's you. The crazy brother who loves to just choke fat people. But yet, playing this, I know obviously Maria's saying Charlotte Flair's grown her a little bit. Fair enough. Obviously, Mo's asking why would Roxy waste her time there, but like they are really letting these women down. There was 2 matches for the women on this show on night 1, and they got a combined 20 minutes and 35 seconds of wrestling.
And they proved my point on why we don't need more women's matches on TV.
The second night, however, got a far more amount of time. Far more. But obviously,
match ever.
Yes, we are certainly going to get to that very shortly, but long story short, this women's tag match is a reason why they don't actually pay attention to their women in the first place. Because if they paid attention to their women, they actually would have paired them better. Because if you actually look at it, it's the exact same style of partner. The only difference is one's blonde, the other's a brunette for the midgets. It's plain and simple. There's no difference. There's virtually no difference. It's the exact same teams. There's no variety. So I feel like they need to find a variety of tag team. Otherwise, what's the point? The second longest match on the card is up next. And I know I would be annoyed if someone stole my shoes, but when you wear them, but when you wear them as a exactly the shoe fella, but when you wear them as a trophy, it doesn't look like a victory but obviously the next match obviously is Borman Reigns and his idiotic cousin that can't wrestle, who's gassed after 20 words, versus somebody who has proper lineage in the game and Bronson Reed.
And I said after the match finished, it was a bullshit call.
I've said this before. They should have done. I'm surprised they haven't. Now, Catherine obviously hates the idea, but I actually think if you're not going to make an effort with them on some
Out of the
extent, give them a
two,
show.
though, out of the two, I think AEW could do one, because if
They
you're
were
just
with
comparing, if you're just comparing the two rosters, they have a better women's roster.
Mm. And to be fair, TNA's Explosion of show, which is their secondary show, that is mostly just women.
The final explosion. Carry on, Reece.
It is the volcano waiting to explode.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot that it's 2 years. It's an awkward moment. But yeah, this match went 21 minutes and 10 seconds. And quite frankly,
No, I did say at the start it was a bullshit call.
you did. I don't understand why you would have Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker actually lose this.
To kill their momentum, because they were getting over as heels.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
True, but
And also, can we talk about, since the WWE is the industry standard, how well their production was for this, and how you could see the cameraman trying not to show the tarps as Jay Uso come through the crowd. You know they were in his ear. Please don't show the tarps. Please don't show the tarps.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. The manner
And then
of it really is bad.
and then the fool was so gassed that he had them redo his music so he could catch his breath. Just put a goddamn oxygen tank at the ring for this man.
It's not wrong, by the way.
And like they do in American football, you just go over and get the oxygen tank, get you a couple whiffs, and you're good to go.
Or better yet, just tell the junkie to stay off drugs.
Well, I wasn't gonna go there, but
I will. Plain and simple. Tell the junkie to get to an AA meeting, and whatever it is in America, like the equivalent of it, rehab. There you go. Get the motherfucker to rehab. Get him off drugs, and tell him, by the way, mate, stop with the bullshit. Like, it's plain and simple. Yeah, Mo, I'm the same. I hope that Braun Breaker's all right as well. So that was nasty that looks like he's fucked his knee. But the new R-Truth, pretty much all he does is bark and spear. Like, it wouldn't surprise me very soon if he comes out in a dog suit. And that would honestly...
But how awful was Jay Spear, though, to finish the game? Right? Seriously.
I don't know what it is, and like he honestly plays. I bet he plays video games because he is literally just copying and pasting moves, and he's like, "Well, my family do it. I'll just add it in too." His spear looks horrible. His stolen rock punches look like a teenager trying to punch an adult.
You mentioned video games. I don't know. Have y'all seen this new Superman movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know where he's just hollering out, A3, A4 for them to try to beat up Superman? Yep. I can see Jay Uso doing that in his head. Like, the moves. Okay.
Yeah.
A, B, C, Z.
Wouldn't surprise me. It would surprise me. Can we say at this point Braun is regressing?
I mean, it really does look like he only has like one or two moves that he does really well.
The spear and the Steiner line.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I've not seen him do in quite a while? That military press power slam. Like, all of a sudden, he doesn't do that anymore, which I don't understand.
Because Michael P.S. Hayes probably told him not to.
Bobby Roode produced the match as well, I believe.
Probably. It's a shame because he actually does that really well. Like, the one thing Braun Breaker has really well, despite his lack of full-time experience, is he does have good timing. Braun Breaker does have good timing. I think that's something that must be praised because it's not easy to develop that. He does have good timing in the ring. But I do agree to some extent. Like the fact that he's being limited down on moves now is quite a question. Obviously, there's going to be some people that love to do more moves. There's going to be some people who like to do less moves. But Braun Breaker is the type of guy where I think he likes to do more moves, and he still likes to show off and show it as polished. But if you basically take his whole arsenal away, what is he?
I just don't like the fact that whoever WWE wants as the new big guy or the next big thing, they always keep telling them to limit their moves. I'm like, we don't need another John Cena or need another Hulk Hogan.
No, to be fair, that's actually a fair point. Oh, it says Bleach saying last night that 4-letter word. Me and Jim, that word. Got in a car accident, that word. Tore my rotator, that word. Jim broke his leg, that word. We got his license plate, that word. He's going to jail, that word.
Reece, you can say that word.
No, I refuse to say it. I have standards. He even backed off Scott's move. Yeah, he stopped doing the Steiner recliner. Have you noticed that? He doesn't do the Steiner recliner anymore.
Yeah, he does.
And that is a sick camel clutch.
I did like the tag team move he did. That was a nice spot.
Oh, the top rope one. Yeah.
I did like that.
The Steiner, the Bulldog of Doom.
Yeah.
Which is quality. I'm not saying that word. Hell no. Zodiac, excellent question. Why would you limit somebody's repertoire if it isn't dangerous? It is meant to be if, obviously. Like, why would you limit him? Like, Braun Breaker's got such a variety of moves that it gets the crowd focused.
Because they cannot have him going over someone they want to push. And I'm just waiting. If they screw Braun, I'm just waiting for Scott Steiner to unleash on him. Because he actually said that he's being nice to WWE just so it doesn't hurt Braun.
Bear in mind, Scott's son is now what? He's now signed to WWE as a development contract?
He's in the NIL program.
That's another one. The Frankensteiner is a beautiful move. The top rope one, very little. He is telling the truth. 100%. 100% he's telling the truth. Because, regardless of the fact he's gone, he still hates Hulk Hogan. And he hates Triple H. Like, he proper hates him. No worries, Abel. I had to get that one in there.
And it also, why are you not letting him use the Steiner name if you're so big on family? Or is it only for Samoan family?
Damn. Yeah, I agree, Mo. Yeah, we could have had this. We could have. We're not going to. Why would you get rid of his name? Yeah, what the fuck is a Braun Breaker? Like, Braun is his first name, though. Like, Braun Steiner is his name, isn't it? It is Braun Steiner, isn't it? So why the fuck would you change his name? Like, I don't think Breaker has any relation to him, does it? It doesn't, There's nothing to do with Breaker. But Braun is his first name, like his legal first name.
Yeah, Braun is a shortened version of his legal first name.
Bronson.
Yeah.
Jesus, bronchitis breaker. I've always liked Braun. I loved him in NXT, and then I stopped watching NXT because NXT is shite anyway. But like the minute he came to the main roster, I was like, give this guy a chance. Strap any belt on this guy because he's actually good. And now he's fucked. Yes, he is Rick Steiner's son. That's correct.
Yeah, I'm just
But-
not liking the fact that they're limiting his moves now.
Yeah,
Not like-
Scott's son's actually got the
But-
coolest name
But
ever.
it's funny because Braun reminds me so much of his Uncle Scott.
Yeah, he does. He's got his personality.
Mm-hmm.
But the best
Tell you
thing
what's
is-
funny. Scott Steiner's son's name is absolutely funny. Because his son's name is Brock Rick Steiner. Coolest name ever. He's the only Brock I want in wrestling. But yeah, I'll he's something that does worry me, like how they're gonna use him. But I don't know. I do have reservations. He is 20. He's 6 months younger than me, actually. Brock. He's 28. He's 28 in October. That is correct. Yeah, the IC title belt really suited him actually. And then they took that off him very quickly. They took it off him far too quickly. He does, yeah, WCW vibes. Like, he reminds me of like Steiner after he just joined NWO. Like he was still trying to find his single status, but he's just more polished. Like he's more polished than Scott was at that point as a single, because Braun's only been a single. But Scott was still the bigger star. Like it's you can see it for sure. But we got robbed. But yeah, the fact as well, it was a clean pin. Roman Reigns. I'm not praising this bullshit. Oh, he stuck up for his family. He pushed them out the way to take the spear. You fools, don't fall for it. Don't fall for that shit. Roman Reigns is still a narcissist. And speaking of narcissists, the fifth match of the event of the night one that we're going to call is the Ultimate Virtue Signaler versus Out the Door. That's what I'm going to call this match. The Ultimate Virtue Signaler versus Out the Door. I think he will win the Rumble in 2027. Mo. I do think he will get the Rumble. And he will win the world title at the first attempt. I think he wins the world title at the first attempt in the situation. But yeah, so the Ultimate Virtue Signaler versus Out the Door. This time I really want to hear it. Jump at it. I actually picked the politician because I knew Karrion Kross was not winning this, and I still stand by he's out the door. But what did you guys think of this? Let me hear it, Catherine. You first.
I think they only put Cross on SummerSlam in this match to be like, hey, we gave you SummerSlam. Will you re-sign with us?
Yeah.
And then they're like, day of show, we're like, but Sammy's going to pin you. Will you still sign with us?
Yeah, so they give him the SummerSlam event and they shit on him afterwards. Like, yeah, you lose it to Sammy.
Yeah. There's nothing you get from this that speaks true, that speaks entertaining, that speaks relevance. This was a non-gimmick match. It was the fourth match as well between them.
Oh, I got another one. What was the story? I need storytelling in my wrestling. You can't have wrestling without storytelling.
I believe the story that they'll claim is...
I want you to say something?
Yes, which is funny.
Well, I want a lot of people to say something. Don't mean it's going to happen.
Like, if it was up to me, if Karrion Kross loses, then someone takes his wife. And if Sami Zayn wins, then Well, Sami Zayn loses, then Sami Zayn gets that stupid beard shaved. But hey, there's something smart.
Or it could have been a loser leave town match.
A loser leaves wrestling for good match. That would have been far more effective. Because then I would have absolutely hoped that Sami Zayn would have lost that, but never mind. Karrion Kross even got cheered on. Yes, he got cheered on by such a minority that it means nothing. Oh, I don't think he ends up in AEW, honestly. I don't think he will. And even if he did, he doesn't fit in. Say it, Bleach. Say whatever the hell you want. You know it's a safe space. Say whatever you want.
All I'm going to say is, I hope to God that...
Take a cleaver to my beaver.
Wrong, beaver breaker.
Trust me, I've got a few jokes I can say on this, but I don't think I would get. I don't think I can get away with them. I really don't think I can. We are we are 4 views away from 100 as well, folks. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Storyline and match a complete waste of time.
This match could have been on Raw. This match could have been somewhere else.
This could have been on main event where Karrion Kross gets cheers. Apparently,
you could have put this match on Leveled Up, Evolved. I mean,
Scarlett Bordeaux's at ringside.
Instead of them two, you could have had Penta versus LA Knight, and they would have given a better match.
No, you know what you could have had? You could have had the match they were actually building on SmackDown. You could have had Damian Priest versus Alistair Catering.
Even that would have been better as well.
Well, I'm all for seeing Damian Priest on my screen.
Werner.
And he was a fellow New Yorker.
That's another one for you.
That's the funny thing. He was a fellow New Yorker. I didn't even put him on.
Well, at least Damian Priest is a better wrestler than Sami Zayn.
Yeah, that's true as well.
He has regressed a lot. I mean, heavy regression. There is nothing, and I hate the fact that people are saying, "Oh, he's getting the as he was called at the time, he's getting the Daniel Bryan run to WrestleMania." But here's the funny thing: how is he going to do it when he's not up against any authority figure? Thank you, sir. How can you have Sami Zayn run the Daniel Bryan story that they're claiming when there isn't an authority figure that's actually holding him back? Explain that. And Catherine, of course, is responding to Werner, so I'm going to just leave that up for Werner for 2 seconds, because Werner's going to have a response. He's going to dig up your ass. I didn't mean it like that. Exactly, Mo. It's common sense. Like, what are you going to do? Have the bald one, Adam Pearce, turn heel? Piper Niven says hello. But yeah, like, what are you going to do? Have Adam Pearce hold him back? Like, that makes no sense. Nick Aldis isn't, like, they're not doing heel GMs anymore. So how does Sami Zayn get the Daniel Bryan story? Ouch. On 100 views, Catherine. Ouch. That's
what
one way.
I love him.
But how are you supposed to replicate such a? Because I'm sorry, but like,
why does everything have to be like 2.0?
Yeah, because
like, they're saying Cody is like John Cena 2.0. They're saying Sami Zayn this run is going to be like Bryan Danielson 2.0. Why can't it just be what it is? In Zayn's case, it's a shitty run.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
Is it even a run?
No. But like, if you're gonna have a run, Why has he not been in a title match?
He can run back to Canada and stay. Can we get his visa revoked?
I don't know. I'm not the US government. And even then, I wouldn't want to be the US government right now.
Can we just have Kevin Owens back?
He would offer a lot more to Raw than Sami Zayn would, and Sami Zayn isn't great. Oh, Mo. I'm saying this now, right? I know Mo's he's about to add to that comment, he's about to change things, that's fine. I think not only is he going to win the Royal Rumble, because I'm standing by that prediction that Sami Zayn's going to win the Rumble. He's going to be the Iron Man winner. I think he will be from number 1 or number 2, which doesn't really matter. Or he'll be the first person to come out from when the bell countdown. I think he will be one of the first 3 people in the match, and he'll win the Rumble.
I could see that.
What a comment. What a comment. The fact that we're actually now using that name now stands out. Love it. Hell yeah, Mo. Hell yeah. I think he'll either start the match and go and do the distance, or he'll come out like Ric Flair at number 3 and he will do the whole run to the Rumble to win the damn thing. And I'll tell you now, I'm not watching the Royal Rumble anyway. Next year, I'm not watching because I'm standing on I'm not watching Saudi content. But if I come in on the Monday to see that wanker has won the Rumble from the start, I'm going to say I hate myself for getting it right. But then I'll know there's no ambition. You can't pull a swerve on this one.
I really hope to God they do.
There was no one, Zodiac. They used that as a smokescreen, I think, just to get Brock in the door. Yeah, but yeah, make Reality Favors a Wicked, but where are you going to get it? Like, Fernando, nah. I'll tell you now, this is what I think. And I hate I'm putting this in existence.
Don't forget him, guys. Because they uploaded him up.
This is what I'm thinking. That's exactly what they did, Glenn. I think at WrestleMania you're going to have Sami Zayn versus... I think you're going to have Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins for the world title. And I think for the WWE title, it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. It'll either be Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, or Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns 3. Which I do not want anyway. But it's going to be one of those two for the WWE title. And I honestly think it's going to be...
I think they might do Cody Orton for the title.
I think that's the Royal Rumble. I think that's the Royal Rumble or SummerSlam.
I think they're going to do Seth with CM Punk and then add Sami Zayn included.
If they honestly put Seth versus Rollins at WrestleMania, they haven't learned a damn thing. Because we've just had that. We don't want it again.
But their motto is basically rinse and repeat. I mean,
I wouldn't say no to someone like Braun Breaker win the Royal Rumble next year, but I want to see Braun Breaker actually build himself to it. Obviously, some people you need to categorically build, but you put him in the Royal Rumble straight away and win the damn thing, you've actually made it easier for people to say, fuck, this is worse than Cody, this is worse than Cena. Because this is somebody who actually has family lineage that comes from a different type of family in the business that actually stands out. I'm not saying that to discredit the Rhodes family, but when you look at the Steiner lineage, it's right up there with the Rhodes family. That's what makes it worse. Saudi Zayn is about... Yep, that's exactly what I think, Fletch. That's what I think, Fletch.
If WrestleMania goes to Saudi, you can never pick the fuck up.
Yep. You know what else is going to be interesting as well? Because they announced it on night 2. See, because they announced on night 2, it would not surprise me if next summer in Minneapolis, either night 1 or night 2, Brock Lesnar's in a world title main event.
It's his,
In Minneapolis.
Yep,
He will headline his 10th SummerSlam next year in the main event.
I won't be surprised.
Mark my words. And you know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be against that clown Gunther. Because that's not. I don't think that's going to happen at WrestleMania. And unless they really expedite it, but although they might do over several events, maybe, I don't know. But I think Brock Lesnar will be in the main event at SummerSlam night 1 next year. If not, he'll get night 2.
I reckon that too.
Yeah, mark my words. I honestly think Brock Lesnar will be in that main event. And I think when you look at it, in terms of obvious names, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, who's the fourth? Will it be Roman Reigns? He seems to get a lot of them.
So people lift their finger, don't they? This is me to Roman.
Good lad. I do think it will happen at some point, James. I do think it will. I'm not sure about it, though. The feud is plain and simple. We're just going to rerun post-2012 after losing to The Rock. They're putting Cody as The Rock situation. Now he's got Brock Lesnar, which makes me wonder about one sad event. You do know that one person's contract expires in October, which has me very concerned. There is one person in AEW whose contract expires in October. And I hope I don't want to see this on the retirement tour. Adam Copeland's contract does expire with AEW in October this year.
Oh God.
And that's not a joke, like that's a fact. I don't want to see Copeland versus Cena again, even though I know a lot of people have said they want that on this retirement tour. I don't want to constantly see you repeat all the classics.
I think that's probably what Cena wants, really.
Probably, but it's a bad call.
Cena's like, probably, I don't care, I just want some classic people I feuded over the years. So he's probably just waiting for Adam Copeland to finish his contract.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen.
And then you'll see all the tweets saying, oh, he's not a traitor, he's come back home. And then spark tribalism all over again, which is just pointless, but... Yeah, but speaking of... I'm not done talking about this match. We need to really get into this because it's a real concern. It's not just the fact that the match ended, but it's... You're giving them 8 minutes and 10 seconds to do what? I mean, I hope so as well, Werner. I'm just pointing out there that timeline-wise, obviously, his contract is expiring. So I'm just putting that out there as an unfortunate reality. Also, did you guys notice that only Christian Cage got mentioned last night on before the TLC? They mentioned Fubba Blubba Dubba Ray. They mentioned Devon. Thankfully, he's there. Good to see Devon.
Yeah.
The Hardy Boys, obviously. They mention Christian Cage, but they don't mention Adam Copeland. I don't get that.
That's your WWE revisionist history.
Yeah, but...
We'll write it the way we want to.
Yeah, if you're going to rewrite history, that's fine. But if you're mentioning Christian anyway, why not mention Edge?
Because Christian had an invisible tag team partner.
But then again, Christian's...
That is a good point. That is a good point. Yep. And he only ever lost one TLC match against the worst human being in the world.
And I did mention it to Reece in one of the messages that it wasn't fair for them to mention Dudley Boys and Hardy Boys without mentioning Edge and Christian, because they were also...
I agree. I completely agree. Yeah, he is very petty, Catherine's putting in, like, very petty. Yeah. But, yeah. I would like to say, see about this match, Zayn versus Cross. There's another thing that actually got on my nerves a little bit. Now, the crowd were bad all night, and they were very particularly bad on night 2. But there's something I don't understand about these crowds. And I think Werner said it. It might have been Werner, or was it Daryl? I think it might have been on Covalent TV. I think it was last night's show. One, yourself, Catherine, you might be able to confirm this, or even like Werner or Mo in the chat. The performance of the crowd was really bad, but they deliberately picked up for this match, and then after that they went quiet again. Like they they really picked up when they wanted to, but they picked up specifically for this match. Why? Why?
I didn't get that. I think they just wanted to just
make that. If you're going to pick up for something, pick up for the main event. You know, because hello, it's a main event. If you're going to pick up for a World Championship match or the Intercontinental title, which is the second longest serving title match, well, title in the company's organization, but you're picking up. Thank you. Thanks, Werner. I couldn't remember who it was. Thanks for confirming that. But you're picking up specifically for this match. There's nothing special about somebody who is an absolute fucking hypocrite versus somebody who was converted into Sparta after Adam Cole cooked him. What? Make that make sense to me. Please, someone try and make that sense to me, because I physically or mentally cannot do it.
Because Cross is the flavor of the week for the IWC.
But if he is the flavor of the month, why did they not do anything for what was before it? Because Braun Breaker's also a flavor of the month, technically.
Well, nobody said those fans are smart.
No, true, they're very stupid, but he was many years ago. Sami Zayn hasn't been a heel since he's not been a heel since COVID.
The political heel gimmick.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get to that. Don't you worry. That was. Yeah, but I love ladder matches, but fuck me, like that. The glazing people have said about that match is hilarious.
There was way too many people at that lap.
Yep. Many. Which is exactly what we said. Too many people, and we're going to get close to an injury, and it had to be somebody nearly from over here that had to do it. Main event, though, Catherine, we know you love CM Punk.
I like his song before he started using it.
I just wanted Catherine to say because it's always funny. But what did you think of your 30-minute, 20-second main event?
If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Catherine, this is a free space area. Just say it. What's the worst that can happen?
They made Gunther look like a little bitch. I get why he lost the belt, because he needs to go out for injury. I get that. But they made him look like a bitch.
That is true. Punk got the shit kicked out for 30 minutes.
And then won the match.
Yeah.
He did win the match. And the way he beat Punk wasn't the way he normally beats people up.
If it wasn't... There was something as well, and I missed it by a 2 seconds. Like, I missed it. If it wasn't for Billy, I would never have seen this. CM Punk tapped out in that main event.
I saw that.
CM Punk legitimately tapped out, yeah.
The camera moved out.
But the ref didn't see it, so it don't count.
It was right in front of the referee. That's the funny thing. Like, the referee was actually looking.
The ref didn't see it. It don't count.
I think the referee definitely needs sunglasses.
The cameraman did realize what happened and he moved the camera away.
Oh yeah, his chest did bleed. Yeah, the fake. I was laughing. I put in the I put in our group chat the fucker's crying. But
No,
yeah,
you know what the best thing is about that cash-in was Matt Hardy's comment.
Yes. Wait, what did Matt say?
It just said, "Karma's a bit. Thank you, Seth Rollins, for what CM Punk did to my brother."
Oh, from Extreme Rules 09. Yeah.
It was brilliant.
Yep, same thing, Shayna Baszler. It's even funny, it was right. Like, how can the referee not see it? Like,
Ref's
that's
discretion.
like, I have the same issue when it comes to referees. This is why I love to wind up Roman Reigns fans, and I'm gonna do it one last time.
Go for it.
See he held the title for 1,316 days. I'm gonna show you for me when the Roman Reigns run for me legitimately ended. One last time, just for people's amusement and my own, because I love to wind people up. This for me is when his shitty little match died. There it is. Yep, that one. For me, this is when his reign officially ended, and I will not ever change my opinion. And everybody knows why. If you watch my channel a lot, you'll know why I think his reign ended on this show.
Kevin Owens should have won that match.
Very easy. And the reason why I say
Kevin Owens basically carried him throughout the entire match.
the reason why for me that he should have won is because the referee deliberately stopped counting at the count of 9 when Roman Reigns was handcuffed to the pillar. It was still, I'm just typing last man standing. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'm just typing it in last man standing. I just picked a random poster. I don't care.
Just had to bring that up, didn't he?
Yeah, my point still stands. Yeah, 2021 is what I was looking for. It just didn't give me the poster I wanted. It really didn't. But you know what I mean? Oh, there it is. God, that is a horrible poster. It's still my point. Like, he was handcuffed to that, like, that tower spot, like that tower thing, and he was clearly down. Like, he was, and it was at 9. The referee just stops counting. And I'm like, come on. You had the same thing with LA Knight as well. LA Knight had the free count, and then all of a sudden, nope, we're not doing that. The Pin Balor one is just absolutely funny, but yeah.
No,
but
what annoyed me about that one was
absolutely buried. I agree, Mo.
when they ruined his Demon Balor gimmick.
Yeah, he lost to God. No. Oh yeah, there it is. Funnily enough. Coincidence that the match ended in the same spot. Here it is. It's not him handcuffed, but the same spot. He was physically trapped to this. And then boom, gone. So you guys can celebrate over 1,000 days. For me, that was 200. No, that was less than 200 days, I think. No, it wasn't, because Cena was at 1 year. That was at 1 year at SummerSlam. Well, thereabouts. So it was what, 220? And Catherine, that is disgusting. No. I will not indulge your bizarre behavior. Filthy woman. But yes, CM Punk for 30 minutes versus Gunther in a match that actually, as you say, made Gunther look like a bitch. but they actually played in heavy to Gunther's nose injury as well. Like they had the visible table spot where it looks like he broke his nose on the table to try and obviously emphasize it. But it's funny how people were trying to say no, Gunther hasn't broke his nose. No, he's fucked. Like he was well and truly screwed, and yeah, he was gassed 5 minutes in, but the fact that he tapped out to the sharpshooter, legitimately tapped out. Yep. Exactly, Werner. You get her told. You get her told. Stop being horny, Catherine. Uh-oh, here we go. She's typing. I got a bad feeling about this. Let's see what she says on screen. You know Catherine's thinking about Tony Khan the way that she's typing so loud. No, Catherine, no. There is nothing about her that actually screams my type. I'm good, thank you. But yeah, the main event was an absolute disgrace. What we've... And if particularly you guys want to add to it, because honestly, if anyone else wants to come in and shit on this main event, you're more than welcome, by the way. Like, you're genuinely more than welcome. But...
Yeah, I'll be going in about 5. I'll work.
I mean, why could they not have Gunther retain and then have him come out tonight and vacate the title instead of letting Punk win it?
I think the only thing about that, though...
But it does follow the storyline, kind of. But Seth said he was going to do everything in his power not to let CM Punk win, but technically CM Punk won.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if it was for 5 minutes.
Yeah, less than Drew McIntyre. Yeah, she's doing it from her chat. Don't worry, I've got it here. There you go. Yeah. He didn't need to win it from Seth. He could have cashed in and done it in front of Seth by pinning Gunther anyway. Because that would have left Punk...
That would have been better if he would have cashed in and made it a 3-way at near the end and then pinned Gunther in front of CM Punk.
That is, yeah, he's tournament wrestling. That is very true. The reality of it is they really did fuck up. Like,
I just could not see Gunther vacating the title as a heel.
A heel vacating a title would be embarrassing, but it has happened before.
If you're injured, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, see, the thing is, going into the show, and I did stand by it, I wasn't sure what they were doing with it, so I'll still refrain. Like, I'm not going to be like Mike Johnson, who cried like a fucking bitch. But I was not sure if he was legitimately injured or if it was just a ruse, right? I didn't really care anyway, because I was like, we already knew that it was going to do something. But I don't think they got any ideas. Josiah says Roman's backstage for Raw.
I'm not watching Raw. I'll catch up time before I go work.
We already know that he's going to do nothing. No, Josiah, no. Don't do this.
Josiah? Wait 1 second, Reece.
Josiah is definitely doing that to wind me up, I know it. The son bitch. Smart move, Catherine. The only thing he sold was his damn haircut and his shitty bloody dress sense. But the reality is, what I found really odd is the way that certain media channels behaved because of this. And that's coming from Werner, who doesn't care about Punk anymore. Like, think about that. Starting 26 fresh that way. the funny thing is, see, after Survivor Series, there is no pay-per-view for WWE. Because I'm not calling them PLEs. I'm not stupid. I'm sticking to pay-per-view. There isn't one. That's it. For in terms of the main roster, after Survivor Series, it's a 2-month break. There's nothing until the Royal Rumble at the very end of January. The very end. You're telling me they're not going to do anything in that period? Anything at all? The fuck? Yeah, it wasn't the greatest swerve, that's for sure. That still remains WCW. The greatest swerve in wrestling for all time will still be WCW until something actually happens in the modern era that stands out. That's Saturday night's main event. It's not a pay-per-view. That's just a TV special.
Yeah.
But the actual final pay-per-view of the year is Survivor Series. Keep Gunther off TV till Rumble. What would you have Gunther do? Would you have him in the Rumble, or...
Is he supposed to be seen as last opponent?
He is apparently meant to be seen as last opponent, yeah. I don't know. The greatest swerve in wrestling is, was, and will be Strickland. Good one, Josiah, good one. I watched a video of the fans leaving the stadium on the escalator singing Rollins theme. One big CM Punk fan, a grown man ranting, acting like a child. God almighty. Did you see the video of two fans fighting in the crowd?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was 2 women.
Apparently one of them was an indie wrestler. Apparently. Surprise Rumble entry? Fair enough. Gunther started degressing after he lost his title to Sammy last year, sends Bleach.
It shouldn't have happened.
So you want to see Gunther just try to chop 2 of the best in the world? I don't want Okada and Takeshita to be punished.
Oh, I got it. Gunther versus everybody's sexual lord and savior, Ishii. If you want a chop fest, I'm just saying.
Tell you what, Reece, Gunther versus what's his name, Kenny Omega. Imagine the chops from he gives to Omega. Here we go. The Sith Lord is coming now.
Dark Maul getting ready to appear on the weekly Steelchair.
Oh dear God, Catherine. Oh dear God.
Gunther versus Kenny Omega, Reece.
Oh, I hope this will never happen, thank God.
Gunther doing the G1, I don't think that'll happen.
Gunther versus Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson would tear him to shreds. I wouldn't be surprised if Lay Bitch wins the Rumble. I mean, if they have him instead of Sami Zayn, that would be a change. But I think they're going to stick with the Canadian Che Guevara.
Right, guys, I gotta go. Love you.
All right, Abel.
Take care, guys. See you next.
See you later, mate.
Bye, Abu.
I'm not even gonna question it. Oh,
Exactly.
just put him back in the ring with Will Ospreay, and you'll see how exposed he gets.
But John Cena is a better wrestler than Will Ospreay. Even AI said that was bullshit.
No, that was Roman Reigns. Oh yeah, actually, thanks for that. Bit of humor. If you want to wind up a WWE fan, if you really want to wind up a WWE fan, just Just look at this. Oh, the fact is that he lost all that weight and he became lazy for work. I agree.
They changed his name. That's what did it.
John Cena's a way better wrestler than Jobber Ospreay. Nope. Nope. Right, where is it? If you want to see the absolute humility of winding someone up, there's nothing funnier than this. There is nothing funnier than Roman Reigns' biggest dick riding stan account getting Grok to shut him down. Absolutely funny. Absolutely funny. And when anyone asked, I did not make this up, it's true. It's just funny. He even responded saying that's a joke. It was like, no, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. But there you go, there's a bit of humor for you, everybody. Well, he's better than DIY, and the machine guns are jobbers, Will Ospreay isn't. Like, the Motorcycle Machine Guns have become jobbers, Will Ospreay hasn't. He's a consistent in the main event scene. Stronger champions by far. Like, far stronger champions. Catherine won't like the fact that Hangman's mentioned, but it is true. Yeah, it's funny. I haven't yet to see him appear in the chat all night. No. Nah, it isn't. If you haven't figured out yet, that's your muted account. Probably get comments at the end of the show saying, "Where's my chat?" Not welcome anymore. Sorry. The World Championship obviously changed hands twice on Saturday night. Michael Cole was spunking for the man-child Seth Rollins. And Michael Cole's commentary all weekend was embarrassing. Like, Jesus Christ.
He called Rhea Ripley Naomi twice.
Yeah, last time I checked, Naomi is like 2 inches taller and a totally different line of
Different
heritage.
pigment. Different pigment.
Massively. I'm sure Cody feels disrespected by Will of Ospreay of the first. I mean, Cody feels disrespected by everybody. He seems to be complaining a lot these days.
Damn, Cody feels disrespected by his own dick.
He used to have one. He called Jimmy J. That's true. He called the superior brother the lesser brother. I mean, that is insulting. Yeah, that was funny.
That is peak what? Peak of being an old man?
His peak of being an athlete, peak of being a wrestler. He called him like the best in the world. Like,
damn, Larry isn't more peak than CM Punk. Larry could be better in the ring than CM Punk.
We all know, though, that wasn't the worst call that Michael Cole made all weekend. There is one call that really stands out for why would you make such a statement. TLC match, which we're going to cover. We're going to do these matches actually in order this time, Catherine. Why on earth? Obviously, we're going to do the women's triple threat first, which is fine. But why would you say that Montez Ford is dead? Why would you? Why? How many fucking ads can one pay-per-view have? Good question. It is Cody's fault because he doesn't react properly. His fake angry emotions as well, like his fake angry face. God almighty. It looks like every time he gets angry, it looks like he's holding in a shit. Like he's like really trying to hold it in so he can let out all at once. And I'm like, just go to the bathroom. You won't be missed. Nobody cares. The fact that you redone your helmet like you're Kylo Ren, you Disney fuck. Like, just shocking. But, Catherine, we are going to start with in terms of matches. This is the third longest match on the show, which is the opening match of the event. Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. Your thoughts on this 16 minutes, 20 seconds world's title match? Your thoughts?
It was cool that Naomi's dad played her to the ring.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. That was a nice aesthetic. There's only one thing.
But basically, it was a match between Rhea and Io. Like, Naomi didn't seem to have a place in the match, really. And she was the champion.
I think the winner was probably the right call. I think if you take the title, obviously I'm expecting them to take the title belt off Naomi, but I think if you take it after one event, I feel it just feels weird, and it would just cause a lot more drama.
Yeah, unless she was injured, there was no reason to take the belt off of her right now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and I don't think she's doing a bad job as a heel.
No, I think her promos
given what she's given, you know.
I think she stepped up in terms of her promo work. That was something that concerned me for a long time, was her promo skills. I think she has stepped up. The only thing I don't like, and this just seems to be everybody, I don't like the fact that everyone just seems to just say the same thing to get a catchphrase. Like, everything now is proceed with caution. Like, every single promo. I don't think we need it every time, but I feel like she is still trying to, like, expand herself, you know?
Get her footing in a heel gimmick.
Yeah.
But also, during this match, Michael Cole mentions that she got let go of the company, talking about Naomi. No, baby, she walked out, and you ain't got the balls to tell the people the truth. That she got fed up with your bullshit, and she walked out to support a friend.
That is true. That is very true. Naomi sounds too much like Rita Repulsa. That's alright, because Rita Repulsa was cool. Io, another one that isn't the right... Yeah. Io Sky, and that's a fair point by Fletch as well. Io Sky needs to stop being all happy and smile that she dropped the belt. That gives me Rocky Maivia vibes.
Well, then after the match, there was video of Rhea literally carrying her back up the ramp after the match on her shoulders. And they were shaking hands with the fans and all giggly.
Yeah, like, why? Why?
You're supposed to be having a feud with this person that, in Rhea's case, you cannot beat. But you're carrying her up the ramp being like best buds.
I would say she doesn't know how to play a great heel. I think she's a decent heel. I think that's a fair statement to make. But a great heel, no. But, fuck knows, eh? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a bad idea.
And it also could be because, you know, there have been rumors about Bianca becoming heel.
I've been saying it for over a year.
But they may have went to Bianca and be like, hey, we want you to be heel. And she's like, no, I don't want to. And so then Naomi ends up being heel by default.
Nah, I don't think so. I'm actually trying to think in circumstance. For me, Naomi's best work was when she was using her real name, and she was wrestling in TNA. I think when she was, because she actually had far better stories, far better matches. Now I'm glad that she's got at least a reward here. It depends on how you take it. I like that she's been given this World Championship run. I just don't think I don't think it was the right choice anyway. And two, I don't think it makes any point with, and I'm not saying this as a way to put down Naomi. I've got no dislike against her at all. I've got nothing against her at all. Because she actually takes the business very seriously. And I respect it, even though she's stuck in that idiotic family. I like that she takes it very seriously. But in what universe is Naomi a better worker, a better promo, or a better wrestler than Chelsea Green? In the same reality, the same circumstance, with an established gimmick that's already there? I don't think so. But on the flip side, I am glad to see that she's at least being given a chance. But the sad reality is, the minute she takes the title off, when she gets the title taken off her, she's going to immediately get booted off the main spot, and she'll end up just saying, "Okay, I've done my time. Now it's time to leave."
I'd be okay with that if that's what she chooses to do. I mean, Rikishi is pushing her to start a family.
You got to remember this too. She's married to Jimmy. What was she before then? A bigger star than Jimmy. I'm sorry, but Jimmy wasn't even on TV. He wasn't even on pay-per-views until he, to quote Xavier Woods, he got his wife put her on Total Divas. Just saying, that is a fact. Because they got nothing. And yes, I do have a bias to TNA, but here's the funny thing. I saw Naomi in her first run in the Funkadactyls, and we got to see her still be creative. We still got to be enjoyable, bouncy. She turned heel, became a heel in 2015.
That's who we're missing. That's who we're missing.
Ariane.
The Funkadactyls and Tyrus's character, whatever his name was.
Brodus Clay and
the Funkadactyls. That's what we need back in WWE.
And they brought back, we went to, obviously at the time it was A-Train, then he went to New Japan, he became Giant Bernard, and Tensai, Brodus Clay, and the Funkadactyls, Ariane and Naomi. But here's the thing, I can recite her whole career. The one thing that's always been, in my opinion, good about Naomi is, even when it was being horribly shit for her, she actually put effort in. Like she at least puts effort in. The trouble is, she ain't getting anywhere. This is like, in terms of that, you could say I've got a bias to one company, but I'm not being biased here. I'm not being biased at all. The reason why I think that her best run was in TNA is because she actually did a lot more than just be the champion. She actually got to come in and be expressive on her own. Without the TNA run, you don't get Naomi as a heel world champion in WWE. That's not a TNA bias. That's just a fact of life. And there's another quote for you. Without TNA and NWA, you don't get fucking LA Knight and that stupid yeah chant. Dummy. Because that's what it used to be. It was a dummy chant. So, there you go. Is there any drama between Zilla Fatu and WWE? No, there's just Zilla Fatu with GCW and all that crap when he fucks off. Zilla Fatu is a scumbag. I'm saying this now. WWE love to sign scumbags. Zilla Fatu is a scumbag when it comes to indie promotions. And you can thank Booker T as well for that, the fucking dick. Yep, he lost his title to Flubber Ray. Flubba Dubba Suckley Ray. That's what I call him. She's very expensive. Who isn't? But plain and simple, it's not a bias. It's just truth. Naomi's best run was in TNA. For as short as it was still her best run. Because she actually got to do more than just be a character. She got to wrestle in storylines that actually made sense for her. Perfect example. Go look at the matches between winning the title from Deonna Purrazzo, the matches with Mickie James, and then losing the belt to Jordynne Grace. Oh, and also the way that she actually put over Scott D'Amore's favorite as well, despite the fact that she won. Or do you want that one too? Name me more than 3 good things she's done in WWE since she's came back. There's only 2. And that's the Money in the Bank win and the world title win, because nobody had her doing either. That's the only 2 good things you can say. And even by then, people are still concerned. Because are they really buying into it? Or do they care? Why does he have to go to NXT? Why? Oh, God almighty. Zilla Fatu, if he wants to earn his stripes in the business, he goes to the company that he chose to walk out on and actually honor those dates. Absolutely, brother. Nobody wants to see Zilla Fatu. Trust me. Nobody wants to see Zilla Fatu. If you think...
All right, let's move on. Let's get off of Zilla. Nobody cares.
He's a dick. He is a genuine dickhead. Like, he is. I really hate the guy. But yeah, any last comments on the triple threat before we move on? I agree, though. It was definitely one person was out.
It was the right call keeping the belt on Naomi.
I want to praise one thing before we do move on. I really did like that running knee that she did on Io Sky. But I hate the fact that they immediately had Io Sky recover to break up the pinfall. That's the only thing. I hate the fact that they went...
That seems to be the main theme through all of the matches.
Good moments ruined by immediate recovery. Which I just don't like at all. Up next... Oh yeah, 100%. Like, me and Mo were raving that high knee last night. We were raving it. But then we're like, fuck this. Yep. Her new caution gimmick is the best work she's ever done. That's your opinion, but I completely disagree. I think you could arguably say maybe second, but that depends on your opinion on the first glow gimmick before they went too far. I actually thought the first time she started the glow gimmick was actually quite good because it was fresh and brand new. Possibly. But it won't make a difference when you get to Australia. But yes, TL Jesus Christ C. This is another one that actually caused people a lot of anger. Because, again, the issue is there's a lot of teams in this match. So you're overexhausting the ringside area with very little space. You're exhausting the limitations of cutting cameras to other talent to let them actually have screen time. You then overexhaust all the table and ladder spot fests. You've got a massive risk of injury. You give them more than 15 minutes, which again, I don't mind more than 15 minutes for a tag match. But not when there's so many tag teams. If you're giving them 16 minutes, split it in half. Have 6 people in the match. But why?
I like what Daryl said last night on their review. Yep. It was basically nothing but a spot fest. You do your spot, you do your spot. Yep. You know,
it was.
That's all it was. And Pretty Deadly couldn't have won because one of them is injured. So how would they have won? They wouldn't. That don't even make sense, Bleach. Come on now.
Exactly. Be serious. I said it earlier on at the start. Yep, too many tags. I said at the start, like, if you're going to have this match, if you're not going to have the machine guns win it, who in my opinion should have won the match, if you're not going to have the guns win it, give it to Fraxium or give it to the Street Profits.
Or if you wanted a shock and awe, give it to Andrade and
Andrade and Phoenix. Yep.
Yes.
I think they're going to at some point add Penta into that, and they're going to try and mock the Death Triangle idea, but then not get it right because Pac is still better than Andrade.
And then, not only did you had all those teams, then you added the 2 females. So you had B-Fab and Candice LeRae.
3, Nikki Cross.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Nikki Cross.
No, trust me, I can see it coming. Trust me, I can see it coming. I think they will. But yeah, Josiah, literally the one team that shouldn't have won this, and also Montez died. But yeah, I
feel like the guys from South Park. Oh my God, they killed Tez.
Pretty much. My biggest concern as well, though, Joe Gacy nearly broke his neck. Dexter Lumis looked really shaky, and I've got nothing against Dexter Lumis at all. He was much better as Samuel Shaw. There's some bias, but he looked very shaky. He gave me I know I did the rewatch along streams I've not done in a little while. We're going to bring them back this week, guys. But we did the rewatch along of the Armageddon Fatal 4-Way ladder match that London and Kendrick won. Dexter Lumis was giving me William Regal and Terry Taylor vibes of climbing the ladder and being very scared. He looked so scared climbing the ladder, and I'm like, why not just make...
The dude has some kind of phobia of heights. Why are you making him climb a ladder?
Yeah, why not have someone else do it? And also, this should have been a gauntlet or an eliminator match. This should not have been a TLC match. If you're going to have a TLC match, do it for the titles on Raw. And just have a triple threat there.
2 or 3 teams in it. That's it.
Yeah. Fernando says Fraxium should have won.
I mean, even the crowd reaction when the Wyatts won was like, oh. I don't think the Wyatts are getting over like Gorilla is thinking they are.
Yeah, they were like, nah, fuck this.
Hey, Mo, they signed on the dotted line, so they get what they get, and they cannot have a fit.
I'm bringing them back this week. Don't worry, guys. They will definitely be back this week. But then they brought in so many. They've got enough to do a triple threat. That's my point. They've got enough to do a triple threat. You didn't have to overuse all your tag teams on SmackDown for this match. This was a horrible idea. Another match with no color. Yeah, none at all.
There were 3 matches on night 2 that could have had color. This one, the Becky match, and the Cody match. And none of them had color.
You got more color at Gunther selling his nose than all of this combined.
Mm-hmm.
The steel cage match as well, actually.
Yeah.
So there's 4. Make that make sense. Clown shoes, but yeah, we get ladders. We get ladder break spot. That Candice LeRae going for the ladder spot. That was definitely them trying to capture some indie fan moment, but it just didn't seem right to me, you know. Oh yeah, the fans proper hated the outcome.
It's all about their social media clicks now.
The fans definitely hated the outcome. That's one time where they really were silent for the for the right reasons. The Wyatt should never have won this match.
I think they just need to let them go.
Mm-hmm.
The spooky gimmick is not getting over.
I said it when
not Bray. It's not. You cannot recreate something.
I said it when they first brought this. Then they brought this faction back. Previously, this was going to end in a shit show. It was going to end badly. I said it. I was like, this will die on the first night, and it did. Absolutely, Mo. Stop having these matches if you're not going to do it, because people are going to say, oh, why the obsession with blood? It's not a blood obsession. It's like we always say, it's using blood properly. These matches make sense. Oh, Jesus Christ, Zodiac.
Why did I just read that with Cody's tune in my head?
Because that's pretty much what it was. Fernando, I'm sorry, but I think they all should be released. Yep. 100%. When the Machine Gun signed, I said it's going to backfire. When the Wyatt 6 gimmick debuted, I said it was going to backfire. And I keep getting a vindication from them. Proud. Same Josiah. Same Brody. You're back on tomorrow as well, because I'll tell you this now. I don't know if I can be arsed doing a Raw review tomorrow. I'll probably just end up just doing New Japan. So, big man, if you're available tomorrow, unless you want to do Raw as well with me, it's up to you. But now for the second worst match on the card. The second worst match on the card. Becky Hogan versus the Talking Chipmunk. 25 minutes. Now, here's some irony. People love to say a syringe doesn't make sense in wrestling. Okay. Overuse of nails or thumbtacks isn't for wrestling. Okay. I'm just building to the point, building to the proceedings. Okay. Explain to me how a crowbar makes sense in wrestling. Make that make sense. If anyone wants to say that thumbtacks, all that shit makes sense, explain to me how a crowbar makes sense in professional wrestling.
You can use a crowbar to pry the desk apart. You said make it make sense.
Catherine's letting us all down.
Or you could use it to pry Becky's mouth open.
You are brilliant, mate. Raw will depend on what actually happens, but don't worry, G100%, because we've got a big match to cover, and we've got a standing platform. A crowbar is something Kevin Nash would use. I mean,
but
Nitro,
Kevin Nash is a big guy. He should use it.
If you count it, I think it's about a minute and a half. And it's embarrassing. The G1 has been great. There's just one problem, and I stand by it. The young guys aren't getting the crowds they deserve. It's a shame. But the matches have been good.
Bird Girl is done. Thank you, Jesus. I think Bird Girl is done.
That is correct. He was managed by her. Long may she rest in peace. She is my cruiserweight champion of the Heather regions upstairs. She is the cruiserweight champion of heaven. But yes, Daphne used to manage Crowbar in WCW. That was funny. That was funny. I think Jason Todd placed that crowbar into the ring. Yeah, and then Joker was like, let's have a shot. Yeah, they do. David Flair, yeah. It's just really bad. You know, like, I just can't see the justification. Now,
and also, how stupid can Lyra be? You cannot fucking cut zip ties on the side of steel stairs. Do you know how strong fucking zip ties are?
Yes, sir. We do love Daphne. Yeah, exactly. And another thing as well, that she used the end of a fire extinguisher.
Like, literally, the only way you're getting zip ties off is by using scissors or a knife and cutting.
Yeah. David Flair was trash, I agree. This was KO all over again. See, for all the shit where people say, oh, this was overproduced. Actually, you know what? I know exactly what I'm going to do. See, for all the people, and I said at times there was maybe they got the ending wrong. And I still stand by what I said. For all the people that said Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher in the steel cage was overproduced, I agree. The match should have ended after the Spanish fly from the top of the cage. But Where's the defense now when you've got Becky Lynch overdoing it with weapons in this match? And she did nothing. And here's another thing. Bayley, you got fucking cut again. You got fucked harder than that ass got fucked by anyone else you've been in the ring with, woman. Make it make sense. This was far more overproduced than that. And people are staying silent.
I mean, I ain't trying to like skip to other matches, but
Go for it.
explain to me how the fuck Bird Girl kicks out of a manhandle slam through 2 chairs.
Mm-hmm.
But AJ Styles gets kicked with the boot and he's down for the count.
Bingo. Because that angered me. And it pissed off Abel as well. I'm surprised there wasn't a shillelagh in this match, but I guess David Finlay must have stolen it back.
Or Sheamus.
Or him too. Kendo Stick Lynch. Yep, it did. Combined by 1 minute. Hold on, I'll tell you the exact. 25:05.
It was overproduced, too long, and I'm sorry, but if you're using weapons in a match, there's going to be blood.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
I mean, you really didn't even see marks from the kendo stick.
None. Not any arm welts or anything. Like,
I mean, if Becky hates her so bad, I'd have been whipping that kendo stick as hard as I could at that bitch. Wow!
Oh, same. You've got to lay it in. If you don't lay it in, what's the point? Like, it makes no sense. Especially from a reality perspective. It's no DQ. What's up, Ashton? Like, it's no DQ, no count out. But there's like no damage. And I agree. A B-Tech rock bottom on two steel chairs with zip ties. I'm sorry, but that should have been the match over at that point anyway.
Exactly. And then the camera catching Lyra going back under the ring to get the zip ties cut.
Yeah. Horrible. What do you think of this? I've seen a lot of people praising that new theme song last night. I don't know what to make of it.
It was like AI and Death Rebel had a baby together.
Yeah.
It sucked.
It was very strange. But yeah, that match went 25 minutes. It was the second longest match on the show. And it's arguably the worst Becky Lynch match I've ever watched.
What the hell?
You're not the man. Stop stealing Ric Flair's gimmick, come up with your own shit, and stop stealing The Rock's moves. Exactly.
Damn,
that's true. She's not even the main woman. Hell yeah. Lyra Valkyria
if I had to pick
well.
between her and Charlotte, I'd go with Charlotte.
Yeah.
I think I could tolerate Charlotte more than Becky.
Same. Lyra Valkyria, though. She has now lost. I think at some point...
she's lost her chance at the IC. Please, 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 please tell me they're not putting her in the world title picture.
I still feel like we're going to have... I think one of them is now turning heel. I think it's still going to be Lyra. But I don't know how they're going to do it.
Won't be any better. She sucks on the mic.
Oh, I agree. She's a talking chipmunk. But it's the circumstance. I don't know how it's going to work. That's my thing. She can't get a title shot, so what's she going to do? Screw Becky at the title? But that would make her still a babyface. Unless she screws Bayley. I don't know how it works. Yeah, there is something there, like, there's another thing. Yeah, she does need to crash out. Her head is huge. But this. The second shortest match on the card. By literally 1 minute 55 seconds. The shortest match is the match that follows this. But the US title steel cage match. What did you think of it? Because I thought this was, again, I expected interference, so I'm not going to bother saying, oh, shite or whatever.
But yeah, you knew there was going to be interference. But
yeah. But
they
what did you
pretty
think?
much told Jacob Fatu, fuck you. You're not the big indie star you once were. You are now a cock to the WWE.
Yeah.
And
I
this
agree.
is another match that called for blood, and yet there was no blood.
Especially between family members.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would have been much more interesting. Why did we not get that?
Are they brothers, cousins?
Cousins.
I mean, even when cousins fight, you know, they go full at it, and they're going to beat the shit out of each other.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was a horrible call. Very horrible call. And then you have him handcuffed and then he breaks free so quickly. What?
So what's next for Solo Sikoa now that he retained his title? They're going to have a rematch again? Probably, because, you know, it's rinse and repeat. But
it's building up to Survivor
who
Series.
else is who's gonna take the belt off of Solo? One of his own members going to turn? Is Hikaleo going to turn? Because I ain't calling him that name.
Only Gunnar bed blood. Exactly, Josiah. Oh, we're not saying it wasn't. We're not saying it's not. Like, we know this. But why are we not getting more to it? Like, an absolute bloodbath between family members. Why not? It felt cheap.
I mean, that should have been a blood feud. It's your family. Skip.
Santos Escobar's finish, mate. Jim Uso. Maybe.
I know what they're going to do. They're going to let Jay have it because they want to eat.
Probably. Not for the best part. Horrible match. Horrible involvement. Overall stupid. And then speaking of stupid...
You should have had more time for a cage match.
Oh, yeah. 100%. And then speaking of stupid... I'm actually bringing up my Twitter for this because this really... This next bit was nice. Like, this next bit is nice. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Bleach, what about Solo versus Dominic Mysterio? Winner takes all. I mean... Interesting. This was nice last night. This was nice.
Yes.
This was cool.
Oh. Okay, so I guess he told him how he felt.
Huh?
So evidently Braun Strowman responded to Karrion Kross saying WWE don't care about the fans. They care about nepotism, ass kissers, and their buddies. Okay, Braun Strowman. I mean, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
No, he ain't. He really laid into them. Can you send me that just so I can bring it up on screen for everybody? Is that alright? But yeah, exactly. It was nice to take the piss out of him by having him lose. Same Ashton, I loved it as well. Exactly. This
But
was horrible.
he signed on the dotted line, so he gets what he gets. And did he really think he was going to beat Dominic Mysterio?
I mean, if they intend on having him go and be a mainstay in AAA, which is still funny, then quite frankly, he shouldn't be winning. I thought the gear was cool, and it was nice to see Styles actually wrestling tape again instead of gloves. It was it's a throwback, but it's just really poor. Let's see. Thanks, Catherine. Yeah, Mole, that's a good point. Justification, they'll put the TNA World title on him. I hate that. I said it before. I'll gladly make AJ an exception when it comes to an Eddie Guerrero tribute because he's not stealing the moves. But I hate that everybody now that pays homage to Eddie Guerrero just does his moves. Like, it fucking annoys me.
Oh, fuck me. Backwards with a blowtorch.
No thanks. What is it?
Evidently, Jelly Roll is going to potentially cover Randy Orton's theme song on an album. Just kill me now if that happens.
Good God Almighty.
Just kill me now if that happens.
Good God Almighty. That's not even funny. That is embarrassing. Yeah, you compare them up on who makes worse food. Fernando, come on, don't praise any of this crap. Oh, wait, what's... Aye, Josiah's just... He's just sent me it as well.
Not if they get the copying rights from the original band. How do you think all the cover bands do all these songs? They have to get copyrights and permissions from the remaining band members to be a cover band.
Yo, I'm actually going to have a look at some of his quote tweets. Just see what if they've quoted anything.
Jellyburn needs to go away.
Absolutely. Mike Gilbert says Adam Scherr is dishing out Ring of Honor legend Titan Adam Scherr is dishing out about the suits at the Fed.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever coming back now.
There's a lot of responses here.
Jelly Roll's over welcoming his stay.
I'm still looking.
I know we were all upset we did not get to see the Jelly Canadian Destroyer.
Thank God, because he would have broke the ring with his fat ass.
Jelly Janela? Why you gotta do Janela like that? Say what you want about Joey Janela. He gets some hot bitches.
Yeah, money. Luck of the draw. Let's see what else is here. Ah. Josiah actually quoted it with a Sandy Sap video. Josiah, you're the man. I'm actually going to repost his. Like, Josiah's the man. Let's see what else we got. There's a lot of quotes here. You know what's funny?
Jelly Roll should be in a Jelly Roll eating contest against, I don't know, Otis. Winner stay, loser leaves forever.
That does work.
Could you imagine Otis versus Jelly Roll at Survivor Series now?
I don't think they've got a ring big enough.
There you go. What is it? Big sweaty men slapping meat, whatever the chant is.
Jelly homeless, more like. Jelly in the cheese. You know, there's actually not a single WWE fan that's actually
Jelly hole. Can Jelly even find his hole?
No. Actually, I'll be more specific. There isn't a single drone account on these quote tweets trying to defend this about Braun Strowman responding up to Karrion Kross. In terms of the quote tweets, I can't find any.
Interesting. Well, that's because they're all praising Brock Lesnar being back. Or fake outraging that he's back. And posting pictures of them canceling their Netflix and bullshit.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. Alright, who's ready for a stupid laugh? Prepare to laugh at this.
KY Jelly Hole. Oh, damn, Zodiac. I seen that. She was probably an unwilling participant to get pregnant, too.
Damn.
She was probably drunk when she fucked Seth. That was an oopsie baby. Jelly Roll and Roseanne Barr make a cute couple. Damn, Fernando.
I'm just holding back the last because that
was something I said.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just call it like I see it. I know how bitches are.
I'm just holding back. Exactly. Don't fucking pretend. Because she did. Heavy. Do you see that? Like,
you know what? If she didn't want to be a participant in his little scheme, then she should do what my grandmother used to say when she couldn't tell you the truth. She says, I really can't say. And leave it at that. You ain't lying. You ain't covering nothing up. You just say, I really can't say.
I mean, that would be funny.
That would be funny as hell.
Oh, yeah, he is. Okay.
Yeah, because Becky probably fudge packs him.
Jesus Christ. Right. Anyway, the Mysterio obviously.
AJ match. Yeah. Wrong outcome.
Yeah, wrong outcome. Styles goes for the calf killer. His real move. After Mysterio had already unzipped his boot. Takes it off, and then he hits him with it. Knocks him out. And then hits a frog splash for the win. Jesus Christ. Just not good.
This is thank you, AJ, for signing on the dotted line. We're gonna fuck you over with Dominic Mysterio. Enjoy taking it in the ass.
Pretty much. There is, however, something much worse. The Nathan Fraser. The guy that's in Fraxium. He came from Seth Rollins' school. That's all I know. He's the only one that I know. I don't know anyone else. That's the only one I know because he's mentioned it before. He's a big Seth Rollins fan, so no worries, boss man. So the IC
match of SummerSlam.
The main event. Well, before we get to the main event, the IC title match was just a joke way to mock Eddie Guerrero's legacy. After paying good homage to
it. Way overdone in both companies.
Yep. But the main event had annoying statistics. And I'm really annoyed by this. The main event was a street fight between John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
And again, you have a street fight, but you have no blood.
Oh, no. I can go one better. You have a street fight that has this. I'm not going to bring up my thread. There's no point. I'm going to bring
I don't even think there was interference in this match, was there?
Nope. I counted it all. I made a thread of it. And
yeah, it was a good main event if you'd like to kick out of 29 goddamn finishing moves.
No, I've got the total count. I've got the total. There you go. I counted in full. I'm sorry, but that's embarrassing.
Like, I'm gonna do a finisher or I'm gonna do a signature move, and you're gonna kick out. So what's the purpose of having a finisher or a signature move if you can't put the person out?
Exactly. And before anyone thinks I'm making this up, I'm not. I counted these. It's not really a fun fact, but it is a fact. It should have had some sort of stipulation as well. Really bizarre.
And then on night 2, if you notice, most of the heels won.
Yep. That's true. Ten attitude adjustments.
Well, evidently, Nikki Bella couldn't survive one. That's why they broke up.
Basically. It was horrible. I don't know what they are, Ashton, except shit.
Tweeners?
I think they're just shit in general.
Well, yeah, but that would be a nice saying. Tweeners?
He did kick out 5 crossroads. That is correct.
And that's his finishing move, right? Why are you kicking out of a finishing move?
It's ridiculous.
Yet again, another overproduced match.
And I'll say this: both of them should be ashamed of themselves.
But everybody's glazing on this match, thinking it's the best thing since sliced bread.
What's up, Matt? I including
Hey,
the crop.
Matthew.
That is very true. A triple attitude adjustment and a triple crossroads.
And you took one off of the middle rope or top rope.
And one through the announce table.
Yeah.
It's not even.
And then there was a spot in there, and I can't remember what move it was, but Cena popped right back up like, fuck that shit.
That is correct. We are.
Okay, you're not Peacemaker in the ring.
Yep, it is. It's the most I've ever counted in the match. Like, it's beyond a joke. Like, you can have signature offense, but if you have to go well into double digits,
one or
makes
twice,
sense.
I get it. Okay, that's fine. One or twice. How many times did they kick out in this match?
At least 6 or 7.
Exactly.
I think both of them should be ashamed of themselves, if we're being truly honest. But also, the fact that people are praising this match, saying it was good. I'm sorry, for 37 minutes and vast majority of the offense is finishing move offense. I'm sorry, but that's not. I don't care what anyone thinks about professional wrestling. That's not professional wrestling to me. A finisher fest is not professional wrestling. Like, that to me is anti-wrestling.
And also, I don't ever want to hear anybody in the IWC ever bitch about anybody in AEW kicking out of finishers again. I was actually listening to a live watch along, and I think it was night one, and one of the commenters said, well, kicking out of finishers in a pay-per-view is okay, but not in AEW, only in WWE. To which the podcaster goes, oh, I get it. So it's okay for WWE, but not AEW.
And I'm sorry, Bleach, but that match wasn't amazing. I'm sorry. It's the worst WWE title match I've seen since Jinder Mahal won the title from Orton. Or the Battleground match. Rematch as well. Sorry, man. Like, this is the worst Cena match. That's another thing.
I honestly think Cena is just like, can December hurry up and fucking get here so I can be done and go back to my movie career?
Why would you put him through nearly 40 minutes? I get it's SummerSlam, but still. Make that make sense.
Yeah, you could have cut that in half, ended the show early. You couldn't have created more video packages? I mean, y'all the kings of video packages. If you wanted to go a certain time limit, like if you wanted to cut the show at 10, backstage segments. It was god awful.
I didn't like
I honestly think I would have rather watched a fucking Kunta Rosa match over this.
It's funny you say that as Mo returns.
That's how bad this match was.
Same. Scary thing as well, for me, is the fact that Cena carried him all the way to the ring from the entrance ramp.
Oh, he come up from the Cody Vader.
He stole it from the Brood and he stole it from Kurt Angle. Not in the best way.
Was this match not trash? Come on, though. It was awful. I would have rather seen Kunta Rosa wrestle than this bullshit. And honestly, to be honest, I think I was actually playing my Switch during this match because I was so fucking bored.
I don't blame you. Yeah, he was kicking attitude adjustments. That's it. I wish I could praise this. I wish I could. But I stand by my beliefs. I don't like finisher fests. Finisher fests ruin wrestling. And this did that. Like, there's no enjoyment to it. Like, overdoing. At what point does a finisher not become just a standard move? Because that's what happened. Like, that's another reality we now need to face. Like I'm saying, it was good to you, that's fine, but for me, it was horrible.
Yeah, everybody's got their opinions. Some liked it, some don't.
Fuck knows, Mo. It was a attempt to be cheeky and funny, and it backfired spectacularly. Horrible. Zilch. Right now, it's confirmed. He's got no role. I hope not either. I'll be counting now, going forward. Because maybe I'm old school. Maybe I'm too old school slightly. But I like multiple attempts at attempting your finishing move, but it leads to other sequences, and then you get the one finish to win. Or one gets a kick out, so you go again, say 5-10 minutes later. I don't like 50 finishers in a match. As an example of a number, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like sequence attempt, like attempt, counter, finally lands it, kick out. Go again. Totally fine with that. Not bang, 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 bang. That's not wrestling. Probably is.
Possibly.
With his New Japan shirt on. That Dusty Rhodes opening video thing as well was pathetic. If you remove "19 finishers," I will agree. And you just make it more about beating each other to death. But this was terrible.
It was a street fight. Where were the weapons? Where were the interference?
Simply put, where was the enjoyment? He's already got 6 moves. The lightning fist. Don't start. That was just as bad. But still, even Brock Lesnar didn't have 20 finishers in a match. The most you got with Lesnar was, what, 5 or 6? Non-existent. Yep.
Yes, Cody, we get it. You're Dusty's son. Dusty has no other children but you.
It's pretty much what he does every time. You know what's even worse? How much of a moron his sister is. Because she can't keep her gob shut. Every time he wins or loses, she's always on there going. And I'm like, that is true. That was horrible. More and more each day, WWE main events are becoming their own video games. with the amount of finishers you need just to win a match. Just saying. Aye. She does.
We don't need either.
That. Mm-hmm. It's a better story. Like, I love the 5 elbow kick out.
I don't think everybody knew Cody was going to win.
Mm.
Because Cody's in the same boat as Becky and Charlotte. They don't know what to do with him if he's not holding the title. I thought I'd been giving you open mic night, Josiah. That's the only thing that made Brandy famous is she got Dan Lambert cheered.
It's not good.
The highlight of this match was after Cody left the ring, we get the long-awaited return of everybody's favorite beast.
Except Ailey, who was angry.
Oh, I wish I would have loved to see her reaction.
She was definitely angry. Raging.
Exactly, Mo.
He still loved to overdo it.
Lesnar, the Beast incarnate, getting ready to kick some ass. I mean, be honest. I wouldn't want to meet Brock Lesnar in a dark alley at night. A, because he might SA me, and 2, he might beat the shit out of me.
Damn, Catherine.
And I'm a Brock fan. I've been a Brock fan since him and Orton came up together. They were my favorites.
Yeah, it's understandable. Hmm.
Well, how much longer are we going to have to see Cody as a babyface? Because this babyface run ain't doing it. He's going to have to turn heel whether he likes it or not.
I actually don't know. I actually don't know.
The reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world, Brock Lesnar.
For me, he shouldn't just be there at all. I think they'll regret it. That's my opinion. But
SummerSlam was awful. It definitely didn't need to be 2 nights. And now pretty much every pay-per-view for WWE is going to be 2 nights because there's already rumors that they're going to do Survivor Series 2 nights.
yep.
Which is fine by me. I'll miss both nights because I'll be at WrestleCade.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I'm exhausted. Guys, thank you to everyone that's been in the chat. Thank you, Abel. Thank you, Catherine, for tuning in.
Also, I do have a new blog up about SummerSlam being a fail, so you can check it out at themidpodcast.com. And there's other blogs. People have mentioned stories throughout the stream about different things. I have written about those issues go check out all my blogs.
Absolutely, do check out On the Mid podcast online.
Of course they were.
And yeah, we spoke about that earlier on. It's a fact. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Josiah will be with me.
Reece, remember, Man City.
Our shite.
I love you, Reece.
I got you. So, ladies and yeah. I've already said it. He'll main event night 1 or night 2. Stand by on that. But yeah. See you guys tomorrow. Maybe a Raw review, but definitely G1. Peace, folks.
Bye, guys.
And fuck SummerSlam. Fucking horseshit.